off a kneecap, how would it look?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
And good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network. And we are live on Woodward. Absolutely beautiful day so far today. Sun is shining. There's a new champion in the NBA. We're going to be qualifying somebody for that $25K kick for crypto. And the new Lions team reporter, Danny Rogers, will be joining us this morning at 9 a.m. But first, let me introduce you to the crew.
You start left today. Don't go Corey's way.
Okay, to my left.
It's Joey and Corey. I told you the Bucks were gonna do it. I told you, guaranteed. Bucks in 6, and you just didn't believe me, Corey. I tried telling you.
I know you tried telling me, and I just couldn't. I don't know what happened.
I'm just playing. And we introduced Corey Woods, everybody.
Yeah, I almost took today off because I knew Corey was going to be insane.
Good morning. The sun is out.
The suns are out.
Yeah.
The suns are
I didn't say it.
Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show. Art is filling in today. I'm producer Cam. He has Kareem behind him. Jeff is here. He's going to give us what's trending with Jeff, coming up with Joey's news. And, of course...
Look at the camera.
Jeff, yeah. Did you just give the guns? Honestly, did you just give the guns?
At least do the smoke. At least do the smoke.
The wink and the gun. And then, of course, we got Fish in the Fish booth. Hi, Fish.
Hello, buddy. Olympics!
Yeah. Fish is excited for the Olympics.
Fish could care less about NBA basketball yesterday.
Yeah,
No,
normally we start off with a Detroit
I
topic.
watched the game. I watched the NBA Finals game.
Did you?
Yes.
All of it?
Some of it.
All right.
I mean, I had to go to bed because I have to do 17-hour shows. But other than that, it was a good night. I watched some Olympic softball last night.
Oh, nice.
The Tigers. I watched like 2 seconds of them because they didn't put them 9:20.
That's
and
more
I
than
watched
I did,
the,
yeah.
And then I watched the NBA Finals, which is a pretty good game.
It was a pretty good game. And like I was saying, normally we kick off with a Detroit topic, but when a champion is crowned, you got to take that crown and put it right on them first thing. And last night, the Bucks absolutely took care of business in Milwaukee. It was a great game, though, man. Like, I didn't know who was going to win that game. The Suns were so close to getting over that 4-point hump, but that 4 points was just a blocker to them. They just could not get through it. Obviously, in the first quarter, the Suns got their ass beat. In the second quarter, the Suns beat that ass. And then in the second half, it was a pretty even game throughout. But the only thing I'm upset about this is that it's over. Like, I want more of that basketball. I absolutely loved this finals series. And, Corey, I know you did too.
Oh, yeah, I did. I'm not even going to go into gloating. I'm going to piggyback off of that. It was just actually good to watch an NBA Finals, and you really did not know how it was going to turn out.
Right.
You can say, I mean, yeah, I said Bucks in 6, but you still really didn't know how this series was going to turn out. It could have went 4, could have went 5, could have went 6, could have went 7. It was that element of suspense made the NBA Finals exciting. And for me, as a guy who said that when all the stars went down that the NBA Finals was not going to be as entertaining, I was gladly proven wrong. It was very entertaining, very exciting, and very disappointing for Chris Paul. I mean, when you want to talk about a guy, first off, props to the Bucks. They went out there and handled business. Giannis, I said a couple of years ago, because I went and seen this guy live. When I saw him live for the first time, I'm like, okay, he's going to win a championship in about 2 or 3 years. You're only going to be able to hold this guy off so long. Me and my guy, Marty, me and him had both been, with the Pistons games. We both said, like, they're only going to be able to hold him back for so long. And you seen it coming 50 points in a closeout. Holy shit.
Honestly, the points wasn't even Giannis yesterday. It was everything else that guy was doing.
He filled the stat sheet.
He literally, every single stat line, he was a leader in.
Yeah, 5 blocks, 15 rebounds.
Free throws!
What was he?
17 for 19.
17 of 19 when the dude couldn't hit the broadside of a damn barn earlier in the series. It's one of those crazy moments where a guy just solidifies himself as one of the best players that we've ever seen in the NBA. Because when you watched Giannis out there amongst the pros, he was like in a different league.
It was. You see guys go out there and you score 50, like, oh, he dropped 50. That was impressive. He had his hand on every effing facet of the game.
Yeah.
I never seen anything like it. It was honestly the most impressive performance I've seen in the closeout game.
When he lowers that shoulder and you just see the bull come out of him and he's going to go to the lane and drive, is my favorite play in basketball.
Yeah, when he crosses half court and he sees that the lane's not packed, he's like, I'm attacking it.
It's that little jump step that he does.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, 2 steps and he's all the way down to the basket. It's just, I mean, when you look at this, and we talked earlier, the biggest thing that I personally was praising was Chris Paul for the way that he would come to a team, how he would completely change it around for the organization. And then I started diving deeper yesterday and seeing a couple big tweets. Chris Paul's the first ever to blow 4-2-0 leads in a best-of-7 series.
I did not know that.
4 times. In my head, I was like, coming back from being down 0-2 is probably impossible. But then you look, in 2008 versus Spurs, he was up 2-0 in the series. 2013 against the Grizzlies. Blazers in 2016, and he did have a broken hand. And then, obviously, this series right now. Just absolutely, embarrassing to say the least for him.
Yeah. I don't want to go on this rant because I don't want to make this about LeBron James, because it shouldn't be. This should all be about Giannis. But this is what I'm talking about staying in a franchise, helping build a franchise, getting players to come play with you, and not running to go get it. Like when Giannis signed that extension and we're like, oh man, he stayed in Milwaukee. Why isn't he going to LA? Why isn't he going to Miami? Why isn't he going to New York? This is why he's not going to those places, because the greatest players in the world can turn teams into champions. That's what Isaiah Thomas did here in Detroit. That's what Giannis just did in Minnesota. And to me, that is the biggest thing I took away from last night's game is you can be a superstar, you can get drafted to a small market, and you can create a champion. You don't have to rely on other people. Be great. Greatness will come to you.
On July 16th, 2014 at 9:49 p.m., Giannis tweeted this: I'll never leave the team in the city of Milwaukee till we build the team to a championship level team.
And he was right. That's a man of his word right there. Like, I have so much more infinite respect for what Giannis pulled off with that team last night.
I don't care what he does now. He owned up to his word. He said, if he leaves, whatever. But he said, I'm not leaving until we build a championship team here. And he took shots at it last night in the post game. He said, I could have went and didn't build a super team, but I effing won a title here.
I don't think there's ever been a player that's proven me so wrong until Giannis. Because the way he was playing in the beginning of this series and truthfully throughout the playoffs, he was a scorer. And he would score 30 points, 35 points, but it would be the most silent 35 points you've ever seen on a basketball court. But the way that he came out in a closeout game, the Suns yesterday, that was the lowest first quarter points that they've had the entire playoffs in an elimination game.
Yeah.
It's just, which team wanted it more? You saw them come out and take it away.
Well, we've been talking all playoffs about how the super teams may be coming to an end. This should put a nail in that coffin.
This was the biggest middle finger to the super teams.
Yeah.
It really was. It was the middle finger and kept on walking. Like, hey, everybody wanted Giannis to leave the Milwaukee Bucks and go to a bigger market and build up that team. And he chose to stay in little old Milwaukee, where they said nobody would come to Milwaukee and win a champion to join him. And technically nobody did. They got traded there.
Yeah, they got Middleton. They got Holiday. They brought in a good team to surround him with, though.
And what can you really? It was a really feel good moment to see a guy like Giannis who you saw he really wanted it so bad that he went out there and he delivered. He owned up to his word. He was just seeing him break down at the end of the game. I was just like, damn. He's just like,
sat on the chair,
it was just like he couldn't believe it.
I can't believe this crowd, man. Look at the guy up on that pole, too.
Hey, how do
that
you get
guy's
up
the
there? I
king
was
of
thinking
the
about
world.
it. How do you get up that high?
You climb it.
You climb. You
That's
hop that board.
it. You imagine that perspective of that party.
Oh, man.
Look at that party, man.
We need footage from him. I'm sure we could find it somewhere. But that, like, I never in my life thought that I would say that I wish I was a Bucks fan. But for about 30 minutes yesterday watching the celebration, I definitely thought that I wanted to be that.
I just want that for the Pistons here, man.
That'll happen.
The Chevrolet Plaza, is that what
Yeah,
it is downtown?
yeah.
That's exactly what it will look like. Actually, it'll be even crazier if the Pistons win. But 50 years since they won a championship, and this was the winning moment that brought Milwaukee their first championship in 50 years. So cool.
Shot won't go. Tucker the rebound. And that'll do it. It's over. The Bucks have done it.
I don't want to hug you. Get out of my way. Who are you? Get the hell out of here. No, not you either. Like, Giannis just didn't give a shit. He was going straight for his kid, right?
That was his mama. Went straight to his mom and his brother.
That's what you do, man. You go straight to the moms.
Yeah, it's crazy, too, when you look at the Giannis bros, because I don't know how to say their last name. It's crazy.
Antetokounmpo.
It's
Thank you,
crazy
Fish.
that they have all got a championship now.
Yeah.
They all, I mean, seeing that picture of the brothers carrying their trophies, obviously Giannis being the best of them, but it's just amazing, man, to see the celebration.
I mean, come on. Like, think about, okay, Eli's, I hate to say this, Eli's good, but think about the bragging rights Eli had at the table with Peyton, like, hey, I got more rings, or for a moment.
Right.
Yeah?
Now, think about Giannis last year. His brother was not getting no clock with the Lakers, but he's the first one to win a championship. Who really thought that? I think it's Costas, could be wrong, but who thought that he was going to be the first one to get an NBA championship? He was like, oh, Giannis was happy for his little brother. Be like, all right.
Are we gonna post Joey's tweet proclaiming the Suns will win from last night? Did you tweet that out?
Oh, yeah, I put 100% on it. I put 100%. But what they didn't realize, though, that I wasn't being serious. I was just doing it. It was a Charles Barkley moment, you know? I was just trying to make fun of Charles Barkley.
Smokey from I was just bullshitting. You know this, man.
Listen, the thing for me, though, like, I give credit where credit is due. And when Giannis could come out playing the way he did in an elimination game, like, I truthfully could say this is the greatest performance in NBA Finals.
That's the greatest closeout performance I've seen
ever.
Because
it's up there for sure.
It's when you say guys had a dominating performance, is one thing. He really dominated in every facet of the game. Only thing he didn't do in that game was drop dimes. That's it.
But he didn't have to.
No, and I'm just saying if you were doing a nitpick.
Right.
Because that's the only thing he didn't do.
Nobody else was scoring on that goddamn team.
Like, he would let his teammates get a chance, and they would fail, they'd miss or whatever, and then no one would get back on defense,
and he come back and
Giannis
clean their shit up.
Like,
it was crazy.
Oh, man, like, you can't say anything about Giannis. I don't care what he does, like you said, Corey. The rest of his career, I'm going to look back to this series and say this is Giannis and who he is.
A lot of respect for Giannis. Obviously, this will be weighed as one of the greatest performances of all time. Where this puts him in the scheme of great NBA players is still yet to be decided. But last night, he definitely put his staple into the just overall lore of the NBA. Like, that's going to go down. We're going to be watching highlights of that 50 years from now when the Bucks still haven't won another championship in 50 years. And another guy I got a tremendous respect for is Monty Williams, the coach of the Suns. I don't think I've ever seen this.
Yeah.
If you didn't see it last night after the game, Monty Williams, the coach of the Suns, went into the Bucks locker room.
Wait, what?
Yes. And here's what he had to say.
Take away from, I just wanted to come and congratulate you guys as a man, as a coach.
Who's the old dude in the back?
And I'm thankful for the experience. You guys made me a better coach. You made us a better team. Congratulations.
You made us a better coach. You made us a better team. But, Art, can you play that again with no sound so we can watch Grandpa sipping on that rosé?
Man, he busted that bottle. Look at him. On the left. Just wait for it.
He got the big bottle, too.
Oh, he almost dropped it.
Who is he? See that? Who is he?
Watch him. Look it.
I need to know who this man is. Oh! Boy, he's too heavy for you, Gramps.
Dude ain't even supposed to be here. He just wandered in from the stands.
And you know that man right there has been with the organization for 50 seasons as a photographer waiting for this moment.
That's what you're supposed to do. When you win, you pop the rosé, baby. And you don't drop it. And you know what? Great catch.
But that
Great
wasn't even a
save.
normal size bottle. Like,
He definitely had the
supersized.
That's the championship size bottle. You
know what
only
that's
get that
like?
when you win a championship.
That's like when you're going through McDonald's and you just want a small pot, but it says all sizes for $1.
Art, play that one more time.
One more time.
Please.
Hey again.
Gotta see this again. That guy is my new hero. I want that tattooed. Like, screw Bucks and 4.
Hey, let's put buffs on him. We got to do is zoom in and put some buffs on him.
Yeah, somebody do that. Easy if you're watching. Put some buffs on this dude. Whoa, wait for it. Oh, hey!
Imagine you just hear a glass shatter.
And then I love how when he grabbed it, he like, you know what? I'm kind of tipsy. Let me grab this from the bottom.
Yep. There. I could watch this all day. Like, I literally could watch this dude all day.
You can. You know what? We need to do a detail on this.
Breaking it down.
Oh man, that's amazing.
So needless to say, they had a
Totally
good
took
time.
away from the moment.
Right. Milwaukee had a great time last night. Congratulations to the Bucks. Hopefully, like we said, this is a new trend moving forward. One superstar, role players, balanced throughout the league. Great series back and forth. Never gonna have some super team where like, oh yeah, they're definitely gonna win. So I loved everything about last night. You know, I would have liked to see a game 7, but needless to say, what's up, Fish?
Do you guys know how often that one superstar on a team and then the other players come to him, like not a super team?
Not often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that's why we're hoping this is a new trend.
Okay. I think you're wrong.
Okay. Well, time will tell.
We have seen this multiple times that is not true. It happens very rarely for a reason. So it's nothing. You're digging your.
Just tell him he's wrong, Fish.
Yeah, when I said new trend, that means it's something new that's going to happen, so that means it hasn't happened.
Yeah, well, you
often.
probably said this when the other teams did the same thing.
No, I did not.
Before we get off, I got to ask you guys a question, and I'm even being funny. What the hell happens with Chris Paul now?
He stays on the Suns.
He goes to another team, makes them better, and then fails to win a championship.
He's going to LA.
I truthfully think so.
That's why LeBron was course. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you know you're supposed to lose these next couple, right?
Right.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, he was also there to promote his movie, which is failing miserably.
No, the movie's doing good. The ratings are getting sucky. The movie's doing well, but LeBron was there just to tell Chris Paul, hey, look, don't forget the assignment. And if you forget the assignment, I'm gonna send Scott
Corey,
Foster.
you know why he was really
I'm gonna send
there.
Scott
He was there to
Foster to
promote
Game
his
6 to make
movie.
sure, just in case you get cute.
It's like Joik Bell saying he went to the bathroom. No, he did not, Joik. He watched the game. He was there to promote his movie. And oh, by the way, Chris Paul is there. He had no interest in Chris Paul.
And I'm here to promote Coast Portland. So if you need a gift coming up for somebody, or you got any plans and you need to go outdoors, make sure you go to coastportland.com and check out all the awesome products that they have. We'll be giving away one of their products coming up when we qualify somebody for that $25K kick for crypto. So whether you want a headlamp, flashlight, glasses, they have knives and all sorts of stuff. Really great quality, really great outdoor stuff. So go to coastportland.com today and enter promo code WSN20 and get 20% off.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate of
Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us, being a part of the chat. Make sure you drop your comments in there. A lot of times you guys make us laugh a lot harder than we can make ourselves laugh, so we appreciate you just being a part of the conversation, and thank you so much for following us on all of our social media platforms and downloading the app if you have it as well. And if you don't, go get it today. It's free, and it's in your Apple or Google Play store. So yesterday, good news, bad news happened. Bad news, obviously, anytime a player gets injured for the entire season, you're not happy. You're not rooting for that. You don't like to see injuries in sports. But if it happens to happen to a team that you traded with, and you got their first-round picks the next couple of years, doesn't exactly hurt you if they lose their lead running back. And that's exactly what happened yesterday with the Rams. Cam Akers out for the 2021 season. He will be back for 2022. But that being said, I thought Dave Burkett had the best tweet of the day yesterday. Said Matthew Stafford still without a running game.
Oof, that was so soon.
It was like too soon. It was brutal, but it was true. So how does this help the Lions? I mean, obviously, them not having their lead back is going to affect them throughout the season. I was predicting Cam Akers to be a top 5 fantasy running back this year. Like, Corey, when you broke the news, I was literally floored because Cam Akers young, he's strong, he's going to be a good back, he's getting plenty of opportunity, but now, gone.
Without going into too many details, we're in a meeting about some changes, and I'm like, yeah, I hear you, but Cam Akers is out.
It was a big we can go into some details,
right?
It
was a big meeting,
yeah,
too.
Like, we're talking to Corey about his future here, about how we want to make bigger plans with him, about, the upcoming Lions season, and we're on the phone with Chad, and, Corey's just... What we love about this is it doesn't matter what we're talking to you about. Like, you're just locked in to your news, and we're having a big conversation. I'm pointing at the phone like, Corey, pay attention. Chad's telling you something important. You're like, Cam Akers.
But to how this is going to affect the Rams, first off is they're losing their lead back, and that's a big deal, but they still have Darrell Henderson, and last year he in the 15 games he had 624 yards, some 5 touchdowns. So they still have him, but the thing that everybody was talking about this season is that Stafford's going to have Akers and Henderson. So now with Akers gone, a lot is going to be placed on Henderson as well as Xavier Jones. Xavier Jones, who's undrafted free agent running back last year, and Jake Funk, who is their 7th round pick this year. A lot people are thinking that those guys are going to be fine. I don't think so. Yes, their running backs are a dime a dozen in the NFL. You can get a running back by committee, so things can happen. But that's going to be a lot of pressure placed on these guys. And unless they go out and go get somebody in free agency that can maybe help them out, maybe Le'Veon Bell's out there. Maybe, who knows, maybe they go get AP. You never know. Maybe they even bring back Todd Gurley. You never really know. But I still think that this is going to be a significant blow for them. I don't know how much is going to impact their impact what the Rams do this year, but I think they could see some slippage.
I mean, it's going to have a big impact. I mean, when you look at what a big part to the team he was, because you look at the Rams and their depth chart, they are good at pretty much every single position except running back now. Yep. So that's going to be something that they got to get in this offseason if they want that Super Bowl chance that they're thinking they're going to have.
Yeah, like I said, I thought Cam Akers was going to absolutely explode this year. Granted, he only had like 600 yards last year, but he really didn't get any good run till the end of the season.
Yeah.
What you saw when he was on the field, Art has some of those videos, like this guy was explosive. He could break through the line. He could catch the ball out of the backfield. Like, here's this mean-ass stiff arm. Like, that's a grown man he's throwing to the ground. Akers, to me, coming out of Florida State, was one of the highest prospects that I've seen coming out of college because he was able to dominate the ACC with one of the worst offensive lines that Florida State has ever had. And once he got to the pros, you saw stuff like this. Like, the kid is just strong. He's fast. He was going to be a great weapon for Matthew Stafford and obviously cost us some draft spots. Now, what are you guys thinking? Like, let's pretend. Let's throw out some numbers. Let's say, the Rams made the playoffs, which they have to. Otherwise, this is a complete failure of a trade that they did. So let's say they were getting the 28th pick, right? Without Cam Akers, where do you think that will put the Rams in scheme of, like, draft order now? Does that bump us up 2? Does that bump us up 4? Are the Rams going to miss the playoffs completely now?
Oof. I honestly think, you know what? I'm gonna steal this from Willie in the Facebook chat. I think the Rams are going to be a 9-8 team now.
Damn, where'd you have them at before that?
I had them somewhere, hovering between 11 wins.
Okay. So you think it's going to cost them 2 wins?
Yeah, I think it's going to cost them 2 wins. Yeah,
I
don't think. And the thing is, that's enough for us. That's enough for the Lions.
Yeah, 9-8 is not getting you far in the playoffs. Even if you get into the playoffs with that, that's not a guaranteed wild card.
So I mean, I think that losing that kind of, I don't want to sit up here and saying, oh, they're gonna go they're only gonna win 6 games now. No, I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's like if you lose a top like your quarterback and you're gonna take that much of flips, but you're losing somebody who is a very big focal point of the offense. So yeah, I think that is he's where he can get you 2 games.
Man. Like I said, I'm never rooting for anybody to get injured. You know, with Stafford doing his thing there, like I've said it before, I want him to throw for 5,000 yards, but I want the Rams to go 0-17. Like, that's my ideal season right now for the Rams, and this is a step in the right direction, I guess. Who do you think they're going to replace him with, though? You brought up some old guys.
That's all that's out there really is old guys. I mean, injuries are never convenient, but this really could not have happened at a worse time for the Rams because Todd Gurley's really think about this. It feels like Todd Gurley's been around forever, but he's only 26. Those knees are 50 years old, but he's only 26. So do you make nice and bring him back? Who knows? Le'Veon Bell, I think that could be an option out there, but I mean, AP, he was decent here last year, 604 yards. I think AP had like about 5-6 touchdowns, something like that.
I've even heard Frank Gore's name being mentioned. I'm talking like they just want old ass people. That's all that's left.
I will say if they're gonna get any of those old guys, Frank Gore's old faithful. I mean, but again, I mean, a lot of these guys out there right now, they're not going to be. They're not who Cam Akers is right now.
Right.
So,
do they go make a trade? Maybe. I mean, but they have no assets.
They don't have an asset in the world, so they have no choice but to sign an old guy, and you're really just going to be signing this guy off of name right now. I'm curious to see what direction they're going to go into because there is no way I believe that they're going to put that much of a load on Darrell Henderson and an undrafted running back and a 7th round guy. I just don't believe it.
I don't know what they could trade. I saw somebody put a funny tweet out yesterday. It was like, hey, if Matthew Stafford gets hurt, I'd be willing to trade Goff to the Rams for their 2024 first-round pick. Then we would have their next 3. But we don't wish injury upon anybody. But this injury happened. Cam Akers out. It was an Achilles, correct?
Achilles injury, yeah.
Yeah, which, for linemen and stuff like that, you could come back from because you're not trying to be as explosive and push off your feet. But for a running back, he has to sit this entire season out, and it's almost good that he got hurt now, so he has a full calendar year to come back.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the Lions have their first-round draft pick, so let's get it, man. And anything that can help us along the way, I'm game, because I'm sure we're going to experience some injuries this year, and nobody's going to feel bad for us.
Do you think that with Akers Akers being out, that now some of this Stafford hype is going to be dialed back because a lot's going to be definitely placed on his shoulders now?
I mean, I still feel the expectation is still there. So it's still going to be, if Stafford doesn't do well in the playoffs, then it's going to all be on him. But, I mean, let's face the fact and the truth of this. Cam Akers is a big piece to that team.
Right.
And with him being gone, it definitely makes it harder for that Super Bowl dream that they once had.
Here's, what's crazy? If Stafford stayed here, he actually has a better running back core than he got right now.
Hold up.
And
not receiving core, though, easy.
Not receiving core,
but running back.
I know, but I'm just saying overall.
But honestly, like Cooper Kupp coming out of college wasn't sought after. Like Stafford's got to at least think about, oh, man, they actually got something going on here in Detroit. Like that.
We got to get a video of Jared Goff just saying, man, this running game is awesome or something.
Right. And also, too, it's having the best wide receivers doesn't mean you always win, because some of these great quarterbacks went ahead and made these wide receivers. Like,
correct.
Who the F gave a damn about Deion Branch when he left? When he left the Patriots. He was nobody when he left. Some of these, some of those guys that leave the Packers, they were nothing when they left Aaron Rodgers. Some of these great quarterbacks have to make players, and I'm not sitting up here and saying Jared Goff made a Cooper Kupp or Robert Woods, but They did play very well with him.
Has Stafford made a wide receiver?
No,
that's
Stafford's
always been one of the
gifted.
arguments.
Yep.
That's always been give me one person that Stafford's made better. That's always been one of my arguments when I'm having that with a Stafford slappy. Like, all right, he's a good quarterback, but name one wide receiver he's elevated their game. Galladay, you could kind of point to because
I don't even say Galladay. Galladay had the tool set.
Yeah, but he wasn't really highly touted when we got him, right?
Wasn't.
He evolved into something.
Okay.
Calvin, you can't. Calvin's going to be Calvin no matter. Calvin saved Stafford a lot earlier in his career, throwing up into triple coverage and him going up and getting it. But, there's nobody I can point to that, the saying is throw them open. When you have a good quarterback, you can throw them open because even if the defender's right on them, you can throw it to a spot where they can only get it in. That was never the case here in Detroit. So, that's...
And then you look at a Brady and look at every receiver that's gone through the Patriots or the Bucks. He just makes them better. That's what he does.
Yeah. Well, you know what makes my weekend better? Woohoo! This
Tell 'em.
bottle right here, baby.
Tell him, baby.
8 Mile, born in Detroit, and it is so delicious. And, if you're a Bucks fan celebrating that championship all week here in Detroit, go ahead and grab some. Or if, you're watching the Tigers on their winning streak, go ahead and have a sip while you're doing that. It's awesome. It's made in Detroit. It's available at any of the local Meijer stores, plus a lot of local bars around the Metro Detroit area. And if it's not in your bar, make sure you ask for it by name. 8 Mile, and we'll get it there.
We got to tell them about this weekend, too, with 8 Mile Vodka.
Tell them, Joey.
It's going to be the Telegraph Cruise, so we're going to be at the Cordial Shop, who now does carry 8 Mile Vodka, so it's on Telegraph and Wick and Taylor. So come on by. We're doing a tasting of some 8 Mile Vodka. Once your lips touch it, you're never going to give it up.
Welcome to the Call Sam Chopper Shop, where you can win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time.
Watch as the Bad Pig Custom Team turns this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
And when it's finished, we'll be donating the bike to Volunteers of America Michigan to raffle off in support of our vets.
A great cause to give back to those who've given so much.
Watch for Call Sam Chopper Shop episodes on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Good morning, everyone!
Extra, extra, read all about it!
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go! The Bucks win their first title since 1971, and this entire series was just fun to watch. I definitely expected a different outcome when it started out 2-0, but the Bucks came back like Corey predicted. Look at Giannis was. How many blocks did he end up having? Was it five?
Five blocks.
5 blocks.
He's just so long.
Yeah, nobody's talking about Devin Booker and the performance he had.
Because that wasn't a performance.
You know why, right? It reared its ugly head. The Kardashian curse.
And that'll do it. It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended after a half century.
Got my way. I gotta go talk to my mama.
NBA champions once again.
So awesome.
Yeah, but we talked about it earlier, Stick. You mentioned it. Giannis got to have everybody's respect today because he did it on his own, didn't have to go to any super team. And here's what he had to say about super teams in his press conference.
Well, could you imagine it happening for you the way that it's happened?
No. Man, I couldn't live. You know, there was a job that had to be finished. You know, I feel like the Bible did not pay us justice. You know, we give credit to Miami Heat. They played great, but he did not pay us justice. Like everybody was feeling homesick. We're a family-oriented team. We wanted to see our families, but you know, coming back, I was like, this is my city. You know, they trust me. They believe in me. They believed in us. Even when we were lost, the city still was like on our side. And you know, obviously, I wanted to get the job done. You know, but that's my stubborn side. Like, it's easy to go somewhere and go and win a championship with somebody else. It's easy. I could go. I don't put anybody in this.
I love it, man.
Just the way he talks.
It's easy.
The way he talks, like he makes it look so easy. Like, yeah, I'm not like LeBron James. I don't need to go anywhere else.
And that's the thing. It's like the most polite insult I've ever seen.
But I guess he was a lion. He could go anywhere else and win a championship. It would have been easy. You could literally put him on any team with, another number 1 or number 2 easy chip.
Yep.
Nope. I wanted the hard way.
And I love it. He's just so humble about it too. Like, I just love it because that was what I took away from the game last night. Like, hey, take your super teams, take all this. I need to go to LA to get my next championship. I need to go to Miami. I need to follow Dwayne Wade around the whole country. Like, no, get out of here. Real champions win championships without chasing other people's success.
Let me ask you this though: is there anybody else that you think, like, I would say LeBron during his prime, any individual that can do what Giannis did for a team? Because he didn't have the help. Like, he really didn't. Yes, Middleton and Holiday did a little bit, but he did this all on his own.
I don't even really say LeBron, because LeBron has won with, a dominant one or two player. Yeah. I think Giannis' title should honestly be kind of compared to something like Dirk's. Dirk definitely had a better team than what Giannis had, because Dirk had a team full of savvy veterans. But I would compare those titles more to how it was won, because he just really took over himself and emptied the entire tank. He didn't shoot below 55% for the entire series.
Yeah, that was actually going to be one of my questions I was going to ask you. Is Giannis, obviously, is he the best European player now, period?
Yeah,
you got him and Dirk, right?
I mean, I think now that he has the ring, you would eclipse him over Dirk, because if you would have had like the one MVP, then you'd have like, okay, it's there. He's on same level field as Dirk. But the 2 MVPs, I think he has a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yep.
Now the ring, you got to give him the best real player ever I've seen. Yeah.
All right.
And Chris Paul, the one that disappointed me big time this series, because I expected way more out of him. This is what he had to say. Is he retiring or not?
I mean, it'll take a while to process this or whatnot, but it's the same mentality. Get back to work. You know what I mean? I ain't retiring, if that's what you're asking. That's out. So, back to work.
I don't know, CP3. I think retirement should be a consideration after how that performance was, because he just went out so he scored 26 points last night, but up until that, he was passive.
Yeah, that 26 points was like, you're getting your ass beat, even though they weren't really getting their ass beat, and you're just putting up buckets. It really felt like that. But Monty Williams, the guy we talked about, I love this guy, and especially in the post game, breaking down.
It's hard to get here, and I wanted it so bad, It's hard to process right now. It's hard, That's all.
Thank you, Coach.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
like
tough,
seeing a
man.
grown-ass man reacting like that, and then you hear in the background everybody celebrating because it was bleeding through the walls. It's tough, hell of a season he had, but they could not close it. I don't care what. When you lose being ahead 2-0 in a series, I don't feel bad for you at all.
Also, too, he's had a hard past couple of years. Monty Williams. I mean, I'm surprised just to even go back to coaching in general after losing his wife in a car accident. I thought that was took a pair right there, and then just to be able to get back mentally and coach the Suns where they're at. I mean, I tip my hat to them. If you're one of his players and you see how he handled that, and then how he went and handled the Bucks and addressed them, that's the guy you would want to run through a wall for.
That's the takeaway that I had. Like, not just seeing the post game and seeing him get emotional like that and seeing the passion he really has for the game, just leading up to this point, everything Monty Williams has been through and the way that he is around his team, I just got a lot of respect for the guy.
It's just got to be so tough to be that close.
Yeah.
Like, that close. You were 2 games away. All you had to do was win 2 of the next, 4 games?
Yeah.
Dude, July 8th, they were 2-0.
Yeah.
And then you look at the rest. Like, if we go back to July 8th and we were talking about this, 2-0 Suns are up.
Yep.
Not even thinking we are in this feeling right now.
Well, it's like, if the Bucks are going to win a game, it'll be game 3. Like, I believe that was my comment as well. And it was, the best part is these were close games. So it's not like the Suns absolutely just botched
Drilled
this
them,
and like fumbled the ball. They played hard. These were close games, a couple breaks here and there. It's just they had the X factor with Giannis to, make up some defensive mistakes, get those blocks when they needed, and when you need a basket, he's unstoppable.
I think that's honestly what hurts him more. Because they didn't get drilled in each of these games. They had a chance in each of these games to win.
Right.
I think if they would have got their ass whooped from start to finish, we'd be like, okay, we just lost to the better team. No, not. I mean, you lost to the better team, but y'all could have won.
Yeah, they could play each other 100 times, and it would probably be pretty even.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, and then the one that got me was seeing this tweet recirculate from the GOAT, Kobe Bryant, saying, "My man, MVP greatness, next up championship," and this was just in 2019. And this came to existence for real.
The prophet.
And you know what's crazy? That's. I mean, I got my tweet screenshotted. 2019 was when I started really seeing him live. I'm like, yo, this dude different.
Yep.
Like this, it's seeing him on the game. Okay, yeah, but in person, it's just like you really appreciate it.
Yeah, because like we all call him the Greek Freak. We know that that's who he is. But when you see him actually taking over games the way that he did, especially last night, I mean, it's just next level. Because someone like him is known for scoring, but the way he does it is just completely taking over a game, completely putting the team on his back, and bringing a championship to Milwaukee.
Did anybody check on Athens or Greece yesterday to see if that party has stopped yet?
Oh, man.
That's gotta
I didn't see
insane.
anything. Was it crazy?
Yeah, well, after the game, Giannis was saying, I want 100,000 fans waiting for me at the airport. So, y'all want to go to Greece?
What's crazy? Like, that's the thing.
It will happen if he wanted to.
It was funny. I'm considering Greece for a honeymoon right now, honestly.
Go tomorrow. Go today. Go, man. That'll be such a great party.
I know. Like, it's crazy. It's just everything about this series was just fun to watch. And
I went to Greece like 3 years ago, and posters of Giannis everywhere.
Really?
Like, he was already a god over there. So now I can't even imagine. Like, the dude is literally going to move into the Acropolis and have chicks feeding him grapes the rest of his life. Like, that's his Greek destiny.
Did you go to a soccer game down there?
I did not go to any soccer games.
You missed out on a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. No. I did not miss out on.
It's like, you didn't live. Get out.
Another thing Stick missed out on was...
That's intense. Flares, people jumping, fireworks.
They have
Watch
that
out.
at DCFC, man.
Ooh, go to Greece. It's more intense.
Go to Greece. The Tigers are still undefeated following All-Star break. And Stick, I just wanted to come to you to get your take on the game, being there, your first Tigers game in 2 years.
Let's go to Stick, who was at the Tigers game last night, a Tigers correspondent.
I just said that.
Okay.
Is there an echo in here? No, I was in the stadium last night at like 6:30 to about 7:30. And then the rain delay, they didn't know when they were going to start the game again. I looked at the radar, saw it wasn't going to clear Detroit till like 9:30, and I left.
No. Did you at least eat hot dog, something?
Yeah. I smashed some food, and then I left.
All right.
No, it was a very nice thing. Adam Morency, who's in our chat all the time, he invited me to go with him. So I went down there, met a bunch of people from his youth group.
Oh, so you were with the church?
Yeah, it was a church group that I was hanging out with.
How was the experience?
It was fun. I had a good time. Got to meet some new people. A lot of the people down there from the church didn't even care about sports, though. They were just there for like the hot dog and the unity and all that good stuff. But yeah, it was a great time. Had fun. I wish the game wouldn't have gotten delayed like that. But any other night I probably would have hung out down there. But NBA championship on. I can't miss that at 9 o'clock. I had to go.
Were you hoping that it would get rained out so you'd get your ticket and your money back?
No, I had no clue that it was going to get rained out, honestly. Like, when I left down there at 6 o'clock, there was no anything on the radar. Then that crazy storm just ripped through the area.
Yeah.
Like, I heard people, like, were out of power. It was flooding backyards again. It was tearing down trees. We didn't get it so bad in my house in Southfield, but I heard north of us got nailed.
My girl was like, we were doing some wedding planning stuff, and she was like, can we go get ice cream? And I was like, yeah. And then I look at my phone, I'm like, it's supposed to rain in a little bit. I don't know if we do it. Starting to look dark outside. No, we got an hour to be straight. We literally hop in the car and start driving. Pouring. The hail starts kicking in. it was definitely a crazy day yesterday.
Yeah, it was wild. I was not about to sit in the stadium and wait for that storm to drench me and then have to walk to my car a couple blocks in the rain. Like, no.
Especially out there.
I got out of there.
And then my favorite is this NIL talk and seeing athletes getting their money. Did you see Nick Saban coming out yesterday?
Yes.
Talking about his quarterback, Bryce Young, already almost making, you see that guy right there, you think money because he is almost making 7 figures in endorsement deals.
Damn.
7 figures.
That was quick.
I mean, you see what happened the day after. It got announced. Master Peaceline got a $2 million deal with a tech company.
Jesus. We had Devin Gardner, who was the former quarterback for Michigan, in the studio yesterday with Baligian Bell. And what did he say? He almost made how much?
He would have made.
He would have made. My bad. My bad.
He's still waiting on that jersey money.
Right?
He said what? Millions, right?
He said I would have made at least about 4.
Whoa.
And he said, I think he said like Denard would have cleared about 15, but he said I would have. He said I don't care. I would have been happy with my 4.
Here's my thing though, like the jerseys that they sell at the M-Den, like it should be retroactive. I know that would
That's
be
what
tough.
I thought too, but
it's probably
the
not.
business would go completely under if they just had to fork over like $100 million to former players.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I'm telling you right now, if it was retroactive,
right?
Denard Robinson is not working again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these
Brady.
jerseys though would sell better if there were names on the back of them, right?
Well, that's what you're hoping now, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
like that's one thing that I always thought was weird about these college jerseys, how it just had numbers. I get why, but it's just weird.
Yeah, because they couldn't use the players' names.
Yeah.
That was it.
And we go. Now are we gonna do trending or after this break?
Let's do trending with Jeff right now. Let's hit it.
What's trending, Jeffrey?
What you got over there, Jeff? Your hair's already getting mentions.
You know what? Yeah, the memes are coming in.
Yeah.
I got the haircut, so it probably doesn't help. But
it doesn't help.
Hey, I like the hype man though. He hyped me up. But the first video, we coming from a Toronto Blue Jays game, and we all wish we can be the guy in the crowd who catches the foul ball. But check out how the little man caught it, and he did it in a very badass way. Check this out. So the ball bounces up, and it looks like it's about to smack this old lady in the face, and little man saves it so effortlessly. Like, look how.
Wait, is that a she?
And look at her. That's like her granddaughter. She's giving. Hey, he might have just met someone. Like, check that out. Look at that.
I just saved your grandma.
I just saved your grandma.
Wow.
Speaking of Blue Jays, they're coming home on July 30th.
Nice.
Hey, that is crazy though, Fish. That really is a crazy little fun fact.
The amount of people that flinch, and then this 8-year-old reaches his hand out like, "Hey, I got this." I don't know. He's got balls, man. He's got real balls.
I'm glad he wore the glove. I always make fun of grown-ass men for wearing gloves at games, but not little kids.
Yeah, I mean, especially if we're doing stuff like that.
What, you'd wear a glove to a game?
Well, yeah, I mean, you go to a baseball game to catch a baseball,
I
don't
would
you?
too, Art. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there's
Don't
a
feel
guy
bad.
that's caught like 10,000 to 11,000 baseballs. He wears a glove. Think people care? Hell no.
These
He's
ball-
catching
hey,
baseballs.
These balls fly how fast
How
off
about
of a
this?
bat?
Do you two even own gloves?
No, I would borrow some.
That's why you need gloves.
Exactly,
Exactly, because you've never played the game. You have no hand-eye coordination to catch a baseball, so you need a glove.
I'm done with you. I'm done with
No,
you.
but
I got hand-eye coordination, but it's just that's how you play it. It's what they're made for.
I want to ask Fish something. I found a video. It's Russian basketball, but it isn't just basketball. It's called rug ball. All right, it's a form of basketball with a little physicality in there.
That's Chris.
You think LeBron can last in this league? You think LeBron can last in this league? You can't flop. You cannot flop.
Look at these guys just holding each other in the
these are
background.
grown men going at it on the. I'm like, in the U.S. we're very lucky here. All right, this is what these boys are playing, rug ball.
We used to call this murder ball in high school.
No, that honestly, it should be murder ball.
Yeah,
Because
murder ball is so much better.
rugby, you're allowed to completely like tackle somebody, right? Like that's destroy someone's soul, right, Fish?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basketball that would be that would not be ideal. But no, the third video, Giannis obviously get his first ring, and he got a lot of stuff when he signed the contract. Are you going to leave? Are you going to join a super team? And are you going to ask for a trade? And his response in the post game press conference was hilarious. Check this out.
We're at Summer League, and you tweeted something about I'm not leaving Milwaukee until I win a championship. That is.
I'm out now. Can I leave now?
That's your call.
I want to trade.
I love it. Him poking fun at all the reporters. Hey, I want to trade. It's like, he proved everybody wrong though. That's one thing I'll give Giannis credit for. You know, especially all the people saying he should do this, and him making his own decision, and it paying off. So, and he's able to make those jokes now, obviously. But yeah, those are the 3 videos today. What's trending with Jeff?
You gotta love
another
Giannis,
gun.
man. Pew pew. Is that gonna be your new thing, Jeff?
Honestly, I might just start doing it.
Fish got the watch and the thumbs up. You're gonna hit him with the guns.
Double pistols before we leave.
Double pistols.
Hey, if you want the best deals, go to downtown Fenton because that is where Bridge Street Exchange is located, and they got 15% off for you. If you go there and tell them Woodward Sports sent you, or if you're an online shopper, go to bridgestreetexchange.com, use the code word WSN, get 15% off that entire order.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And guys, someone was commenting in the chat that I was high-roading you guys because you didn't play baseball and didn't have a glove. What's that?
That is your stick. Like that, and pun intended, that is your stick, if I may say.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, every time it's like, well, back in 1914 when I played Little League softball, I blew out Babe Ruth's knee. And it's like, cool, stick. We get it. You're an athlete.
And then I met Jackie Robinson.
Why are you guys combining me with Maz and Sean Baligian right now?
Damn, you just went from 40 to damn near 82 years old.
All I'm saying is the reason you would need a glove is because you're not familiar with catching a ball.
I'm sure
but the
you
fact
have
that you
5
don't
air
have a
conditioners
glove
as well
is a
and
prime
Bonnet Island.
example
Catching
of
a
why
ball
you're
is
afraid
catching
to
a ball.
But why would you make fun of somebody for going
different.
to a game and they've got the glove just in case you're prepared?
I said I don't make fun of kids. I make fun of grown men.
Well, then make fun of me.
I gotta admit, I'm not even a baseball, purist, but if I see a grown man at the game trying to catch a ball with a glove, I'm gonna be like,
what the hell is wrong?
Why?
Thank you.
What are you going to just watch the game?
Because
y'all gotta live life a little bit.
It's more shame in being a grown man catching a ball with a glove than if you just drop the ball trying to catch it with your hands.
Yeah.
So explain the game to me. I don't know baseball. When a ball comes your way and you're playing the game, how do you catch a ball?
Right. When you're on the field and the ball's hit at you 100 miles an hour, you could probably
hitting
use
you
a
at
glove.
100 miles per hour in the stands.
But when
What's
you're
different?
300 feet away and you got 40 seconds to gauge it, you see dudes catching a ball with a beer and a baby.
No glove.
Part of the lure of catching the ball to me as a fan in the stands is like, holy shit, you're really not supposed to be able to catch it, but if you do, it's one of those moments. It's like one of those great moments.
No, then you know what?
You know what? I'm bringing my glove just so I can, be all.
Put up nets. Put up nets everywhere.
Or the grown-ass men that have the glove and they cut off the little kid and stuff like that. It's like, come on.
Hey, you should have been tougher, kid.
Thank you, Corey. Corey, you're high-roading these people.
You're one of those.
How dare you?
I wouldn't do it.
You're one of those that let kids win when you play versus them. Screw that. I'm taking every damn ball from a kid. I don't care what. You gotta learn the hard way, son.
All right, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I'll jump over a kid if I need to
D'Angelo
catch
Russell.
a ball.
But honestly, grown men, let's go. Hold a beer, not a glove.
All right, let's go to a game with our gloves.
I've always wanted you to ask.
You don't have gloves.
I know, with our gloves that we're gonna borrow from Stick.
Yeah, I got a couple you guys can borrow.
Make sure you guys stay in the kiddie section too.
Dude, we're talking about the guy that plays softball using a freaking mitt.
Thank you.
Softball. Get out of here.
What?
Hey, if you go to a baseball game, you go to batting practice, early, gates open 5 or whatever, 50 grown men in the outfield with gloves on.
So
What's wrong
50
with
grown
that?
men I can make fun of. Awesome.
Because they're ball hawking people. They catch baseballs for some people make money off catching baseballs.
Oh, so those are men. Yeah,
Yes, grown men.
Those are the men you're talking about. The guys out there exploiting athletes, warming up so they can make money off of their home run balls. Now those are the people you're defending?
That's a career, baby.
There's 50 people, probably 50, 60 people at each game, plus 30 teams. A lot of people.
That's a lot of balls.
Hey, once Miggy gets close to that 500, a little bit closer, because he's obviously close, I'm going with my mitt.
Yeah, I was gonna
that I'm
say.
borrowing from Stick.
You had a chance to catch Miggy's 500th home run, and
No,
you don't
Stick
catch
wouldn't do
it
it.
because you don't have a glove on.
Guess what, Fish? These hands work without gloves.
No,
you can
you
catch a
shouldn't
ball.
touch it. Don't
Look,
touch
I can
it.
hold a cup.
Nope.
I can do
you
a lot
can't.
of things with a
I'm
hand
not
without
saying
a
you
glove.
can't,
Nope.
but the chances of you catching a ball with a glove are higher than if you had bare hands.
He's Superman.
If Stick would have just left it at these hands work, I would have been great. There would have been should have just cut it right there.
Look, throw me something, anybody. I'll catch it without
All
a
right,
glove.
all right, I'll play softball. Let's play softball. I'm gonna hit a ball at you. You need your mitt.
Okay,
Ooh.
you and Art this Thursday, come on out, and I'll hit you ground balls. And we'll
You're
see.
not a professional. I want a ball from
We'll have Joyke Bell hit you ground balls.
He ain't a professional.
He
either.
was a professional, just not a ball player. He's a
Okay.
football
But you
guy.
know what, Joey? Let's go show some support, and we'll be out there, and we'll catch all the balls.
I really can't this Thursday.
Okay, excuses.
I really can't. Let me be fully
Stick,
transparent.
I'll be out there with 3 gloves.
There we go.
So here's the thing. My buddies always want to play hockey, right? They ask me to go out there. None of them wear helmets.
What?
They're like, "Oh, I'm a real man." They don't wear any of that. They got the little visor or something. Hell no.
They have
I
a
go
visor
out on that
without a
ice.
helmet?
I go
yeah,
out on
just
that
probably his
ice.
glasses.
I'm wearing
Glass
a full
visors.
cage. Am I a bitch?
No.
Are you playing organized hockey or is this pond hockey?
No, like organizing a league.
Yeah, if you're in a
value your-
league, yeah, wear a mask. That's fine.
Okay.
That
I
would
thought
be-
you were gonna say that.
That's
'Cause
like
people
me
ripped
going out
on
in
me
a
for saying
Speedo
that.
when I get checked by D-Mac on Sunday. Like, I'm a man. No, you're a dumbass. Like,
Well, you shouldn't have made that bet.
I know.
You are
I
a
need that
dumbass.
headgear.
That's where you're the dumbass. Well, you're not catching a ball, but you're kicking a ball with our 25K Kick for Crypto contest that is happening this Friday at Imagine Theaters in Novi. Registration begins at 3 p.m. The first kick will be at 4 p.m. live on The Hook. And if you want to get qualified right now, let's do this. Let's have everybody watching on social media right now drop the word glove. Just put glove in the chat. What's up, Fish?
I'm a nerd. Is it going to be 4 o'clock, or are we going to be Americanized? It's going to be like 4:10. We're going to run some ads. We're going to talk about the kick for crypto. Then we're going to run an ad break. Then we're going to interview all 10 participants.
Fish, I'll save it for you. No, we're not going to be on CP time.
Good.
You mean Joyke Bell time?
Fish, what's CP time?
Chris Paul?
So we have engineers that work here that can't figure this shit out. Like, I think I've been pretty patient with this while we've been on the air.
Can we just make it clear, too, that it's not my fault? Like, I get slammed in the chat like, Art fucked up again. Like, it's not me.
Whose fault is it? It's gotta be somebody's fault. We built this studio,
right?
So we should know every single thing and every single thing. So it is your fault, Art.
No, if we want to start name calling people out,
Go ahead.
I'd gladly do it.
Go ahead. Who's the first one? Name them all.
Don't we have? Well, it's not Adam's fault. I will say that it's not Adam's fault. But the
Adam
fact
keeps telling us he's fixed it.
That's
got
it.
It don't matter. It's his fault. If he says it's fixed, it's his fault.
You
It
know what
happens
it is?
every other day.
It has to be the audio guys not wanting Fish to become great, because that is twice this week Fish has had
gold
zingers. Gold.
They're saying in the chat though that it could possibly be that when we get too animated. So for now on, low whispers. Okay, we can't be too loud.
ASMR hour here at Woodward
Hey, we're
Sports.
not the CDC. We can talk all we want.
So yeah, let's get somebody qualified. Comment the word glove in the chat right now, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. And Jeff will pull a winner, and we will let you come out this Friday. And honestly, even if you don't qualify, we're going to be qualifying a couple people on spot on Friday. So come on out and make sure you hang out at Imagine in Novi fry and fish. To your question, we will be starting promptly at 4 o'clock. That is when the kick will officially go.
And it will also be live on
The Hook. The Hook that is on from 3 to 5 daily right here on the Woodward Sports Network. So, yeah, we have a special guest joining us coming up at about 9 a.m., so she should be here any minute. Pretty excited about that. But I wanted to get to some comments last night. Avila, obviously the GM of the Tigers, we joked about me going to the game and leaving early and the glove thing and all that. But last night, Avila had a quote about how the team is not in a complete rebuild, about how they may be buyers at the trade deadline. And in baseball terminology, that means they think they're going to make the playoffs.
I mean, we're 45-51 right now.
Yep, 6 games under 500.
6 games under 500. So it's really, I mean, we're not in a rebuild. I'm not believing all that because we were when we started this season. But we're starting to look good. I mean, especially post All-Star break, we have been looking really good on the field.
Yeah, and the way Avila was talking last night, you could tell that dude is secure in his job. Like, he's not going anywhere. I know a lot of people have been giving him heat all year, but the way this team has pulled it together through the past couple weeks and even over the past couple months, they got a winning record, which we haven't seen. They went back-to-back months with winning records. We haven't seen that in forever. And, Miggy's legging out triples. Our young pitchers are looking strong. Badu is back to early season form, just lighting it up all over the place. And granted, I will say this, right now we are playing like the Little League of Major League Baseball. Texas is not a good ball club. We should beat them every time we step on the field with them. But when Sean Baligian and I were talking about this yesterday, this is what the Tigers should be doing. You should be beating the teams you're supposed to beat. That's step one into becoming a dominant team and a real contender in Major League Baseball. So for Avila to come out yesterday and say they're buying, I kind of like that. Are you guys feeling more excitement towards this team as we get closer to the end of the season?
I am just happy for the growth. I don't want to get too excited because when you start getting too excited and you start getting too high, it's the coming down, if you get disappointed, is going to be so hurtful. But I'm excited just the fact that they're trending well when we thought this was going to be an all-time trash team this season. So kudos to that. However they finish, I hope they don't take a nosedive, but I just want them to keep on trending the way they are, beat the team they're supposed to beat, and hopefully just get a couple of upsets along the way.
It's crazy to say that a wild card spot isn't out of the argument right now. I think we're only like 6 games back from the wild card, which is absolutely crazy to think about. But what this also tells me is the Illich has got to open up their pocketbook. If we're going to be buyers and we're going to bring people in here, the only thing missing from this team right now is the money that we used to spend. Because back when we were going to World Series, we had like a huge payroll, and that's just how baseball works. There is no salary cap, so you can go out and you can just buy yourself those championships.
That is crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
We have a clip of Avila if you want to play it.
Yeah, let's hear what Avila had to say last night.
It started in spring training where AJ and his staff, we started a culture here that we want to win and we're going to be winners. And I think there was a little extra pressure there. And then we started making some changes in personnel. And then things started to catch on and the guys started to believe in themselves. And it just takes a couple of games here and there to catch fire, and it snowballs. And AJ and the staff, they've got to go in the right direction. They get the right mentality. And actually it has trickled down all the way through the minor leagues.
So he seems pretty confident in what he's doing. And like earlier in the season, people were calling for his head, saying it was the worst GM in baseball and all that stuff. And now, he's up there confidently saying, hey, this started in preseason and it's trickling down to the minor leagues and we're on to something here.
I mean, I still got that video from before the season started asking where we getting, anywhere closer to a World Series. And he said, we're almost there.
Almost there?
Yeah, okay.
I think we're pretty far from a World Series, but at least we're competitive again. Like, going to the ballpark last night, people were walking in with good energy. The vibe was good. People were partying at bars around there. And it's just good to see that energy back into Detroit. And I have a buddy who lives close to the stadium, and he said for the first time since he's lived down there in the past 3 years, he actually hears the roar from Comerica Park at night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Especially Saturday at that 31,000 in the stadium. That was definitely a a night to be downtown.
Yeah, and I'm
No,
sure
it wasn't.
Yeah. No, not for parking reasons.
Not for parking. That's not for parking.
Yeah, parking was real easy last night. I just rolled right up, parked right on Washington, and went on in. It was real easy. So
Yeah, because people saw that rain. You were the only idiot that didn't.
no, actually, when I was walking out, there was there was still hundreds of people walking in.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did the rain cleared up? And it was perfect for the rest of the night?
I don't know.
I really don't know.
I don't know. After 9:20, Corey's trying to be all slick off camera, but our guest is here, and Jeff is going to greet her at the door right now. But yeah, Tigers are buyers apparently before the trade deadline. It's going to be interesting to see who they can bring in, what positions they need, because when you look at this team, you need certain positions, and obviously our pitching is where we've spent most of our draft picks. We've spent pretty much 2 first-round picks on that this year, but we need some position players. We need some big bats. We need people that can make a difference. And as long as the Illiches can spend that money, we can bring those people in.
Do you like the fact that they're buyers?
No.
That's what I was thinking.
No, not at all. I mean, I like the fact that we're in a position to where we can consider it, because at the beginning of the season, I didn't even think we'd come close to this position. But at the same time, like, we're not there yet, man.
Yeah.
Don't start adding to this payroll unless, like I said, the Illiches are ready to open up that pocketbook and add to this payroll.
Yeah, and that's what I was worried about, with them trending upwards, and you just said that they're the buyers. I'm like, ooh, I don't know if that's a good thing right now. I think we just kind of just ride this wave and just see where it takes us, not try to really go for it right now.
Yeah, like look at what the Pistons did. They were trending up, but they didn't go try to pursue some big trade to come in and help the team. They're just like, all right, we like the road that we're on. Let's stick with it and add to it, and hopefully
don't
try
to put band-aids along the way and try to just go through the process.
Yep. Oh God, I hate that term.
Hey, soon enough, that band-aid's coming though.
I really hate that term.
I didn't say trust the process.
Yeah.
Trust the process, Corey. You said it. Damn it.
I said go through it.
Go through it. You got to go through it. Well, we have a special guest in studio. She has just arrived, and we are going to talk to her next. New job with the Lions, and we'll fill you in on all of it next on the Woodward Sports Network.
After I talk about my people, though, because Public Adjusters of Michigan, y'all.
Bam!
This weekend, well, not this weekend, August 6th, is going to be a big weekend because Darren McCarty's official 3rd annual golf outing. You got to support his charity. August 6th at the Links of Novi. Public Adjusters of Michigan is giving you a chance to win a twosome right now. If you go to woodwardsports.com, right there at the top, you'll see how to win it because you can't buy any tickets. It is sold out. So go there right now and support Pam.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network Morning Woodward Show with a special guest here because we're getting ready for Lions football. And how many more days have we got left until the first real game of the season?
50. 5-0. 5-0.
Same amount of points Giannis dropped last night.
Man, let's not talk about that again. Can't believe Corey was so
50
wrong on
days,
that.
though. That's going to be here before we even know it. I mean, training camp's next week, right?
Next Wednesday.
Yeah. And then that's
say goodbye to life, Corey.
I was going to say that's probably the last we'll see of Corey for a long time.
Yeah, because training camp is at 8:30 in the morning, and our technology in life has not allowed me to be in 2 places at one time yet, so
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We gotta get that teleport working.
We do.
You like Urkel, how he just he just able to bounce back and forth. Hey, let me just every commercial break I bounce back to the field.
But listen, obviously we know there's been a lot of changes, a lot of new faces within the Lions organization, and we had Tori Petrie here last week, and now we get to introduce to you the replacement, taking over as the new Detroit Lions team reporter, Danny Rogers.
Hey, what's up, Danny?
Hello. I'm so excited to be back, you guys. You guys rock.
It's awesome to have you here.
Oh, hold on, I did some research.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. You don't ever want Corey doing research.
She looks worried.
It's nothing bad. It's just
in junior high.
No. not that far back, but far back enough. So I was doing some research, and are we just taking everybody from the Rams? Because I heard that you were a former Rams intern, just like Brad Holmes was.
I was there for Jared Goff's rookie year.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so
under Fisher.
No, McVay.
McVay?
McVay's first year in LA.
Oh, McVay's first year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I think there's going to be like 5 of us. You've got Michael Brockers, Brad Holmes, me, Jared Goff, and then an assistant coach as well.
It's pretty dope to be on that list of names. I'm just saying, Danny.
Right? It's not a bad one to be on. So I'm pumped. Yeah. So I'm excited. I haven't been around Jared Goff and really the NFL on a day-to-day basis in like 4 years. So I'm pumped. I'm just so excited to be back in the NFL.
Especially when you were here, how like 2-3 weeks ago?
I think it was a month ago, but it feels like 2 weeks ago.
Like,
yeah.
Seriously, you look at how much has changed, because obviously your current job, and we'll find out more about the transition on that, but you were with the Arizona football program, and that was your goal. You said, I'm going to get this season underway, and then we'll see what life's going to lead me to.
Yeah, I told you I'd be there for a season.
How did it work? Because obviously when we were talking, you said, I'm as shocked as you guys are with this announcement.
Yeah, so it happened very quickly. I just had a bunch of like Detroit media kind of keep reaching out. They kept trying to like, hey, here's this new job at home. We know you love home. And then when someone from the actual Detroit Lions had reached out and they're like, hey, wink, here's our application. Wink, wink.
That's nice.
And that was kind of like the final push that I needed to put my name in the hat. So I got a call for an interview maybe 12 hours later. And then once I interviewed, I think I interviewed Tuesday at 4 p.m. I had a job offer Thursday by 8 a.m. So it happened in less than 48 hours. And then 3 days later, I was supposed to go home for vacation because college football, that was kind of our big vacation break, was in July. I had to end up flying my fiance out to Tucson so he could make the drive back with me. So we did the 28-hour drive in about 3 days, and it was awful. So it happened extremely quickly. Like within 5 days, I moved from Tucson back home with the job offer.
So you had to like get out of your apartment lease and all that stuff and then find a place here, or like what was that whole process?
Everyone's asking about the logistics.
Yeah.
I love logistics. So I had a condo with an awesome roommate, Maddie. She's recruiting over at Arizona. She's kicking butt right now. So we found this beautiful condo. We thought we were stealing it with how cheap it was, split between the two of us. So she let me leave my bed there. I'm like, you're going to have guests. You're going to have family come. Can I leave my bed here? She's like, of course. And when you come back to visit, here's your bed. So I was able to leave my bed. I didn't take a lot of stuff because I had just bought a condo 6 months prior in Southeast Michigan, in Monroe County. So I wasn't going to go gung-ho on buying a bunch of stuff in Tucson. So I really didn't have a lot out there. But I'm still paying my rent out in Tucson, still paying my rent here. So that's how I'm able to move back. Didn't have to break a lease yet. So yeah, it was quick. It happened real quick.
Well, we're happy to have you here. It's going to be a fun job. I mean, we always tease Corey that, like, you know, Corey's got the dream job here. He gets to hang out with the players. He gets to interview them. He gets to be a part of the culture and, you know, reflect that with his reporting. And now you get to be, like, literally the person that highlights everything for the Lions, essentially.
Like, the timing, too. I feel like this time right now, and maybe just because we're a bigger part of Detroit sports media now, I feel like there's just so much that we're wanting to know, the inside with the organization, and it's all going to be coming from you this season.
That's no pressure at all. Yeah. Wow. No, it's crazy because I came from a really, really good culture at Arizona football. You walk in there every day, everyone's smiling, everyone's happy, and it's one of the most high-pressure jobs you could possibly have, working in football. So one of the first questions I asked when I was vetting kind of this job, because I'm able to do that, I'm like, how's the culture? How are the vibes? How's the energy there? And multiple people said it's the best energy that they've had in a very long time, and that they're knocking down walls there. So that was enough for me to be like, all right, let's go home.
Yeah, to your point, that's why I had to laugh, because I was at OTAs and minicamp, and I'm not going to say any names, but a lot of people have said that right now the vibe at Allen Park is the best it's been there in several years since Jim Caldwell was there. So you came home at the right time.
And I just heard Jim Caldwell speak to Arizona football like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
He was speaking to us. I'm like, what are the odds? Yeah.
It's all
crazy.
coming together. It's all full circle,
Full
right?
circle. Exactly.
So what are you really looking forward to when you tackle this job? Because obviously it's a little bit bigger than Arizona, even though football in Arizona at Arizona is like life. But now that you're in the NFL, you have this leading role. What are you really looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, the NFL is the NFL. You can't downplay it no matter what you try to do. So I think the first thing is tackling training camp. I've been here before. I've done it with the LA Rams as an intern, as a 21-year-old intern, so I know what it looks like. So getting through training camp, it's going to be I'll just be studying all day long, players and coaches, because I have been immersed in college football, not the NFL, over the last couple of years. But I've always been watching. I've always been keeping tabs. So the first thing will be for me is studying and getting everything down, and then getting through training camp, and everything is going to kind of lead into preseason week 1 for me, for the Bills. In the past, they let the team reporter sideline that game. And it was just announced Monday it'll be live on the NFL Network, which is insanity. So that's my first thing is
So you'll be the sideline for that game?
Yeah, so I'm looking to that game. So everything in training camp, would have loved to be here for OTAs and mini camp to really get a better feel. But so it'll be kind of a crash course getting ready for that first preseason game for me. And then it's kind of just, I'm just excited to finally like be in and recognize faces on a daily basis and say, hey, what's up? And just walk into coach's office and be able to talk football. That's one of my favorite things in the entire world, is how much I can learn right now, because you can never learn enough, especially in the team reporter role, on the field and off the field. So, I mean, connecting with the coaching staff, the players, the fans, and just getting all like these opportunities that come with it that are so dang cool is, I think, what I'm the most excited about. And plus, traveling with the team and going to all these NFL cities that I've never been to.
That's going to be the craziest part.
It's going to be exhausting because I've done it. I was a lacrosse manager in college, so I know what the travel schedule looks like and how exhausting it is. But yeah, I'm excited to meet a bunch of people and just be back in a very familiar place, which is the Ford Field sidelines for me.
I kind of want to go head to head to see who had more jobs between you and Corey, because you just named like 6 different jobs in such a short period of time. But I mean, it's going to be a big transition for you, obviously. And you mentioned moving back home. I mean, we want to offer up Corey if you ever need any help, because obviously Corey's been diving into this organization. Every single thing you could possibly know, Corey is that insider right there.
I was just about to ask her, like, you know, you're back home. You were obviously, you know, you're following the Lions from afar and you're hearing all the stuff about Dan Campbell. Now you're about to be interviewing this and being around this guy on the regular. How excited are you for that?
Yeah, and when I was at Arizona, it was slowly getting around that I was going to the Lions. Everyone was like making their connections, and one said that they had played with Dan Campbell and he was just an awesome human. So the other day I was like just being weird and watching all of his highlights, especially with the Lions. I'm like, this dude is cool. Like, he was good. So I'm excited for his energy, for his wit, and just some of the things he says that are so funny. But you can tell that he is very passionate about this and he knows his stuff. And I mean, they've been hyping up how many coaches are former players, and Dan Campbell, I think, went from being a player to a head coach in 10 years, which is kind of insanity. I think Jim Harbaugh was the only other person to really do that in that amount of time. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll say that.
So we had Jamal Williams in here, and Stick asked him a great question, and he said, what would it look like if you were to bite a kneecap? So I feel like it's appropriate
I was just picturing
that we kind of have to ask Danny Rogers, the new Lions team reporter, what she would look like biting a kneecap.
I'm not even sure where to. Do you want like?
We can offer you up Fish's kneecap if you need, like, if you're a method actor.
If you want me to just, that's a lot.
Jamal Williams' reaction when he asked that question was the greatest thing. He literally was like, I grabbed like this.
I know, like, do you want the position of what I'm gonna, like, how I'm gonna like be, and like how I'm gonna grab it?
I mean, like, are you gonna use barbecue sauce?
I know.
Fork, you know.
Kneecaps are hard though.
Hey,
you gotta braise them. That's what I hear.
Okay.
You braise the kneecap.
There's a whole preparation process.
Yeah,
to
there
it.
is.
I feel like he left out.
If you want it done right.
Exactly.
So obviously you're going to be a big part of the Lions this year. I'm not sure if we're allowed to ask you this question, but what do you predict their record is going to be? Because we have a whole thing going on in the office right now. Art is leading the 10-7 train. He is all over it. Like, he's made graphics for it. Like, he's trying to fire up. I got him at 8-9. Corey, I believe you're similar to that.
No, I'm like 5 and 6.
Boo.
5-6 wins.
Yeah, I was 8 as well.
What about you? Do you have a lot of faith going into this season, or are you expecting it kind of like everybody else? This is just like the treading water season. Then next year we take that leap.
Yeah, I can't answer that.
Okay, good.
I can't answer that, but that's okay. I'm hopeful. Every single time I would turn on the Lions game the last 4 or 5 seasons, I watched every game, and I was still hopeful no matter what first half lead they gave up that they were going to come back and win. So that's where I'm at. I'm very hopeful. I'll never wish a losing season on any team reporter, but it does make us better. So
how does it make you better?
You gotta be able to package questions and interviews and stories a little. It's a little harder. You kind of have to spin a few things.
Yeah.
You know. So and I'm just prepared for either way. And being a hometown girl, I want the Lions to go to the Super Bowl. I want us to go to the Super Bowl at one point in my life. So
this season.
Yeah. So I am hoping and praying that we just get better.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'll say. Yep.
You're from Monroe, right?
Yes.
So you've been a Lions fan your whole life?
Yeah. It's hard for me to say I'm a fan right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know. No,
Right.
but because I would always watch it from an analytical perspective and watch all the news and stuff and really kind of like think in my head and break down stuff. So, but yeah, I was raised as a Lions fan.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was the only really pro team. We loved the Pistons because we grew up playing basketball. But the Lions were what we were watching on our TVs every single Sunday.
That's the way it is in my household too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got my routine. Everybody, I think, has their own little Sunday routine, which is
Sticks
fun.
is better though. He gets pizza every single Sunday.
Yep, pizza and football every Sunday. That's my
Love
routine.
it.
Yeah, there's
Love
nothing
it.
better than it. Like, I look
Right?
forward to fall every year just for pizza and Sundays.
That's a lot of pizza.
It is a lot of pizza. It is a lot, but it's delicious, and I love pizza.
I agree.
I love pizza. Corey, so you guys are going to be crossing paths a bunch in the hallways and stuff like that. So I'm glad we get to at least introduce you guys, so you guys have a good symbiotic relationship working together.
Mm-hmm.
Corey, is there anything you want to ask Danny? The tips, tricks?
I'll ask her off camera.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
Welcome back home, Danny.
Thank you.
I can't believe
So
it.
glad to be home. Let's do it.
When that news broke, when we saw your tweet, and Joey was like, "No way, we were just talking to her."
Yeah, I was just asking her questions about Arizona football.
I know.
Coaching staff, and she's back.
Life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I meant to text. I meant to text you.
Like, that was crazy. Like, for real, we're just
Yeah.
proud of you and welcome back home. This is going to be amazing. And with us, I mean, being on a personal level, it's going to be really cool to just get to talk Lions more.
Right? Yeah, I'm excited. NFL all day.
All day.
Every single day. Let's do it.
Is that's your favorite sport by far, is football?
I
mean, I know
hoping
you
to-
said you were lacrosse and all those things too.
I do recommend watching college lacrosse. I will say that. But I wanted to retire in the NFL. So getting the shot at 25 to do this is kind of insanity.
That's
to me.
amazing.
Yeah.
That
so
is
we're
amazing.
we're riding the wave.
Congratulations.
We're doing it. We're riding the wave.
You're going to make me break into tears like Monty Williams yesterday night.
It's so hard to get
Love
here.
Monty.
It's so hard to get here. Well, Danny, have an incredible season, and obviously anything you need from Woodward Sports, we're more than happy to help. If you need an extra cameraman or something like that for something special that you need, like, we're here to help. Like, the whole purpose of this is for all of Detroit. You know, we're Detroit fans. Like, I got no problem saying I'm a fan. I know you can't because you're a part of the organization now. But, like, Terry Foster rips on me all the time because I use the term we and us.
I know.
And he's like, we? They ever give you a paycheck? It's like, no.
When you've been losing this bad with anybody, you can use the term we.
Yeah.
We get a championship ring, by the way. That Super Bowl, when we win it, we get a ring.
Oh, that would be amazing. So, yeah, Danny, thank you for stopping by the studio today. And anything you need, don't hesitate to ask. And congratulations once again. This is so amazing. All people, Danny got it.
And that's the thing, too. It's like just having conversations and seeing what she had to do in her career to get to this point. I mean, when she was with Arizona, literally editing, shooting, producing every single element that you could think. Any Danny piece that you saw, she put in all the work and efforts towards it. So it's a great hire by the Lions organization, and we're excited to have you back home here in Detroit.
And I guess with that, you got any advice for any young up-and-comers that want the grind like you do? Can you tell them how to get to where you got? I mean, I know it's all somewhat happenstance, but at the same time, your hard work, dedication obviously led you to this point.
Yeah, I'd recommend graduating college early. Getting out in December is actually super helpful. And then I was just never complacent. Every single full-time job I had about 2 or 3 freelance jobs lined up along with them. So I've had 7 different jobs and since graduating from Michigan in 3 years, all of which have helped me get to this spot right here. Like, it was very purposeful. Be very purposeful and try to do as much as humanly possible, even if it means working 30 days in a row. I don't recommend do that like once a year, but that's it. So the grind. Just do not become complacent, and treat everyone around you like it's not like it's family. Actually, I'm not going to say that because me and my sisters go at it.
Just treat everybody the same. That's the thing, because you did not know you would get this gig.
Oh my God, no. And it was connecting with people that were like my bosses at U of M, and people I had talked to on social media. That was it. Treat everyone just kind. Yeah.
Love it. Love that message right there. And obviously you're from the mitten because you got that grind to you, and that's what we do here. We grind till we make it, or we don't stop. That's a big thing too. Never stop. So thank you, Danny Rogers, for joining us. Coming up next, we got Joey's News right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's News.
Let's go.
Got to turn this team down and Milwaukee Bucks up.
I have.
Nuck if you buck. Like, I didn't hear that one. They should have been celebrating with that song right there. But man, the Bucks winning their first title since 1971. Just an unbelievable comeback. Down 2-0. July 8th was that date where we did not think that it would turn around, but it sure did. And now the Bucks are the NBA World Champions.
Shot won't go. Tucker the rebound, and that'll do it. It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended. After a half century, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
It'd be so fun to call a game like that.
Oh.
Because, that's going to live on forever, that little voice clip.
Yeah.
Man, that just really just felt good to see a championship with fans in the audience.
Yes.
It's just, I just got goosebumps watching. If you've never been at, whether it's a bowl game or a finals game or anything like that, if you've been at a championship celebration when the confetti and the fireworks start going off, it's crazy.
They went to this shot and they're like, I bet Dr. Fauci's loving this.
Yeah, you heard that.
I was dying when I heard that.
Well, they said they had 65,000 people outside the stadium.
I guarantee you it was more. Here's actually a really good question. How do you know how many people that is?
I don't know. They just guessed.
Like, it's crazy to think about.
Look at that.
How many people was out there?
I don't know. I'm not gonna sit up here and get into math. That was never my strong subject in college. But maybe they did some kind of formula to figure it out.
Yeah, it's like that old. You cut it in squares. You count how many dots are in that square, and then you do it over the course.
I'll tell you this. We just had Danny up here. Just imagine if the Lions won an NFC championship game at Ford Field. You probably have about 200,000 downtown.
Was it Chirico that said that it would be unlike anything this country has ever seen?
You would not be able to drive probably till the next morning.
Yeah, I always tell people I'm going to flip my own car and burn it in my driveway. Yeah. Like, that's what's going to happen. I swear to God, you will catch me in my driveway burning my own shit.
Which car you burning, though?
All of them. They all got to go.
Don't burn the Jeep Gladiator, please. It took a lot of hard work to get that thing.
Oh, but damn, man. Like, I have a rough time even fathoming what it would be like, because I've been there. I've been on Woodward when the Red Wings won. You know, we talk about all the time in 2004 when the Pistons won, just how Jefferson was an absolute shit show and how Woodward flooded with people. But if the Lions, my God, that's going to be, people will be driving in from all over the state just to be a part of it.
I think you would actually, it's not professional, but I think you might see writers break character or break, you know, professionalism, because you
better. You're different. You ain't a regular writer, Corey. You built different.
Oh, Corey, yeah. If the Lions win the Super Bowl and I'm celebrating and you're sitting there taking notes, I'm gonna be so mad at you.
I'm burning your notepad.
No. I'm telling you right now. We've all seen Old School. I'm about to be. We're going streaking. We're going streaking to the quad into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody.
Corey's naked ass just running down Woodward. Oh, it's going to be a party, man. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. I want to see Dan Campbell leading the parade down Woodward. Oh, we could throw beers at him and he could chug them while he's going down there. Like, it's going to be great.
Stone cold moment.
But listen, you guys got to jump on the Lions 10-7 train now then. Like now.
I'm on it. Let's go.
Are you?
I mean, I have them going 8-9, but 10-7's only 2 games different.
That's a big 2 games. Wild card, 10-7, and then they win the Super Bowl.
Hey, it's not out of the question. I mean, we've seen this happen before, and, you know, Brockers was actually talking about this in L.A. He's seen it when you bring in a new coach and they shift the culture, and next thing you know, you go from being a mediocre team to a competitive team. And Brockers literally saw it. You know, Goff literally saw it. They had the Fisher out there who said that Goff was worthless and didn't like him at all. McVay came in and turned him around.
Wow. Yeah. All I mentioned was championship, and all of a sudden it turned into a Lions topic.
Hey, come on, man. Come on.
Hey, we could dream. We could all dream, right?
The boy can dream.
Back to the Bucks. Giannis just gaining all of our respect, doing it on his own, his entire career with the Bucks. Here is his thought on Super Teams post game and him doing it on himself without having to leave Milwaukee.
Well, could you imagine it happening for you the way that it's happened?
No. Man, I couldn't live. You know, there was a job that had to be finished. You know, I feel like the bubble did not pay us justice. You know, we give credit to Miami. They played great, but it did not pay us justice. Like, everybody was feeling homesick. We're a family-oriented team. We wanted to see our families, but you know, coming back, I was like, this is my city. You know, they trust me. They believed in me. They believed in us. Even when we were lost, the city still was like on our side. And you know, obviously, I wanted to get the job done. You know, but that's my stubborn side. Like, it's easy to go somewhere and go and win a championship with somebody else. It's easy.
It's easy. It's easy to win a championship with someone else. LeBron James.
It's also easier to win it on his own, like we saw.
Oh, shit.
Art, can you go to your cam real quick?
Yeah. I can't find the comment.
What's this comment?
So someone just commented in the chat. Is that Art's kid behind him?
About Kareem?
About Kareem.
He's supposed to be in summer school.
I mean, it'll take a while to process this or whatnot, but it's the same mentality. Get back to work. You know what I mean? I ain't retiring, if that's what you're asking. That's out. So, you know, back to work.
I think that it's hard to tell a guy to retire when he's played that long. He's gotten that close, and he was 2 games away from winning his first ring. Hard to tell him to retire, but unless he, you know, goes and ring chases and goes somewhere like to the Lakers or, you know, one of these other teams that are missing a point guard, I don't see how the Suns get back.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Do you think he's going to make the jump?
Yeah, listen, if he didn't get it done this year, I don't see him improving next year. And all I do, he may ride out in the sunset, go to L.A. and try to get one with LeBron.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing I can really think seeing happen is him going to the Lakers. Because I mean, I think for both of those teams, that was their window.
Right.
And Giannis cashed in.
Right.
And Monty Williams, the one that had us all emotional with his post game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was crazy, man.
I mean, you see it. You see the emotions.
It's hard to get here. And I wanted it so bad, you know. It's hard to process right now. It's hard, you know. That's all.
Thank you, Coach.
Take away from, I just wanted to come and congratulate you guys.
Yeah, and play that clip too, actually, because this is a crazy one where...
Guys, as a man, as a coach, you guys deserve it. And I'm thankful for the experience. You guys made me a better coach. You made us a better team. Congratulations.
Has that been done?
I honestly, I'm sure it's been done where somebody's going and showing respect to the team that just beat them in the locker room, but I honestly can't remember seeing a coach enter a locker room celebration after a championship just to tell them that they made them better. Like, I've never seen it in my life, but I'm sure it's been done. I just can't remember it. What's up, Fish?
I'm sure if that grandpa's some sports-related guy, Maz has his contact. Can we get him on the hook, please, Maz?
Are you talking about the guy that's dropping the champagne?
Yeah. If he's some sports guy, Maz has his contact. He's got everyone's contact. Maz, put him on the show.
Yeah, can we show that one more time? Because we highlighted it earlier. You don't have to play it with the sound, but watch the little old man that's drinking out of the huge bottle of rosé in the bottom left, and he almost drops the bottle. But he's in there. He's having a good time. I want to know what that guy's night after that pertained.
I just want to know what he does there.
Right.
Guys, as a man, as a coach, you guys deserve it.
There he is, and, the bottom left.
I'm thankful for the experience.
He's like a mix between Larry David and like Dr. Fauci.
I'm thankful for the experience.
I'm on a mission to find out who this guy is. I'm going to go.
But guys, Maz gifted him that wine, and he's going to gift it to somebody else. He re-gifted it.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
The Detroit Tigers still undefeated since All-Star break. Right now at 45-51.
It all.
Hey,
right. Yep,
there we go. It all started after All-Star break, and this team is just on fire right now. I know we're playing bad teams, but we're looking good.
Yeah, all you can do is beat who's on your schedule, right? You know, we can hold it against them that these teams are bad and not give them the credit that they deserve. But at the end of the day, they're on your schedule. You got 162 games. You got to play everybody on it, and these are the games you're supposed to win. So win them.
Yeah, I'm giving them credit because if they went ahead and lost to these teams, we'd be pissed. Like,
exactly.
Why are you losing to teams that you should beat? So no, go out there and knock down who's in front of you, and then hopefully you squeak out some upsets along the way.
This is the first step to becoming like competitive. You beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and then you start beating teams you're not supposed to beat, and then you compile those, and next thing you know, you're a 90-win baseball team. What's up, Fish?
We still had 13,000 yesterday.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when I was leaving, tons of people were walking in. I don't know why, because they weren't checking their radar, but, you know, maybe they were happy waiting until 9:30 for the game to start.
No, shout out to the crowd. It's still at 13,000, which is like the average weekday attendance.
Yeah. No, it was busy last night. It was fun. People, like I said, people were bellied up to the bar. The tin roof right across the street was open and packed, and, you know, all the parking spots out front.
Did you see any of our people that were down there last night?
No, I didn't see Alex Mayer or D-Mac. They texted me, but I had already left.
Okay.
That's funny. You mentioned the tin roof. My friend went there a couple of weeks ago and complained about getting served drinks in medicine cups.
In medicine cups? Whatever. Give me my drink. I don't care how you give it to me. Just give me my drink.
And lastly, one of my favorite things right now is this whole NIL, the name, image, likeness, that these college athletes are able to make money off of the brand that they create for themselves. And Nick Saban came out to tell the news his quarterback, Bryce Young, right there, is a money man. Before even making it to the NFL, making 7 figures almost in endorsement deals.
I mean, that's going to help with recruiting.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, come to Alabama. Not only will you be our quarterback, but we're going to pretty much guarantee you $10 million in endorsements.
Yep.
Dude, this is totally going to change everything. I mean, and fast.
Pulling up the class in a Bentley.
Right.
Nice.
But this goes back to my point. And then the lineman sitting there struggling to eat because nobody's hiring the lineman for an endorsement or anything.
That's all on him.
It's not his fault.
It's his fault. Hopefully, it's not his fault.
It's
his fault. Everybody has that opportunity to create a brand for themselves. I don't
You
care
sound
if
like
you're a
Stick
lineman.
right now.
It's true.
Hopefully, some
It's
of these
true.
players, like we had Dirk Walden here, so hopefully some of these players are like what he said, guys will share the wealth a little bit, spread it around.
It's money,
But
man.
listen,
you know damn well
if
they
you
ain't.
make it that far, you need to be able to eat too. Like, come on, man.
You do.
Yeah.
That's why you get a freaking food package. You get the meal plans. You get tuition paid for. You
But
get room
everybody
and
But
should get a
all
board.
of
little
that, all
endorsement.
of that has been done, and that's still what college athletes were complaining about. Yeah, even though I have the free meals and stuff, I still got to work 4 part-time jobs. I still got to go to class.
And people are complaining that they should get freaking $25 working at McDonald's. Like, people are always going to complain no matter what.
I get it, but it's a team sport, man. And if I'm a lineman and I'm blocking for you and I've given up 0 sacks all season, you're making $4 million and I'm eating McDonald's every night, well, it's going to cause some dissension. It really is.
But
I love
also
McDonald's.
I do too, but you get the point.
even on a lower, lower scale, when I was in college, I had a pretty good job at AT&T, had significantly a little bit more money than my frat brothers on around the yard. So when it came time for parties and stuff, I'd buy the food and I'd spread the wealth around. It's like, whatever. I mean, it's...
See, but you didn't have to. Like, you did it. You're a good human being.
You don't have to, but it's like you would think if a guy is coming into millions and he got his lineman protecting him, a star quarterback, you would think he's not going to sit there and let his guys go eat McDonald's while he's eating
but
steak.
Corey, he's not the star. Only the stars should get paid, not the guys who protect the star.
Yeah.
Listen, you got to realize the thing about it is if you are the one that's the big deal protecting the quarterback, Bryce Young, you will obviously make your money because you're going to get drafted in the NFL. You got to prove yourself.
Oh, but you should get endorsements in college too. Come on.
That's on you. If you can't go and get it, that's on nobody but yourself.
If my lineman is protecting me and I'm out here getting $1 million and he gets like 10,000, I'm gonna spread some.
But
money.
it should
you
be up
see
to
it
the
in the
player.
NFL. You see it in the NFL. Quarterbacks take care of their linemen all the time. Like, they'll get them Rolexes, they'll
Freaking
get them
Aaron
cars.
Rodgers got what's his name, a jet ski, TJ Lang and all
Right,
that.
but putting that pressure on the player no, absolutely not. Like, if you want to be generous, sure, but the linemen protect the quarterback who's the star. They need to get paid
Listen,
too.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying that we got to quit treating this like a participation trophy where everybody should get something. It's all on you as an individual. Every athlete, college athlete, is getting something. They're getting that tuition. They're getting the free food. They're getting the free room and board. So I don't want to hear you coming up here saying all that because it's garbage.
No, I disagree. I think that you are protecting the money by protecting the quarterback. And if you're not getting any endorsements or any kickback from that, and you're just getting, oh, hey, we'll give you a plate of food and tuition. Like, no.
That's how it is, though. You look back historically, it's always that skilled player
Okay,
that
that's
gets
why
the
it's
love.
changed.
So that's fine. It can be that way,
Yeah.
but also don't expect it to be perfect either.
It's not.
That's the thing. Like,
That's true.
You know, if I'm a wide receiver and I'm catching all the touchdowns, but the quarterback's making more money than me, maybe I drop a pass here and there. You never know. Honestly, these are college kids. They're 18, 19 years old, and if somebody's dangling $4 million over your head while you're coming from nothing, it's gonna cause some issues in the locker room. So whether you feel that, hey, you're already getting your scholarship, you should be just as happy, that's fine. I understand that. But at the end of the day, these are people. And they're young people that don't make actually the best decisions all the time, or at least when I was young, I didn't make the best decisions. And I would be pissed if this guy's balling out and we're over here, we can't eat.
You could be that way, but I'm going to have the mentality of I'm going to bust my ass to make myself a contract when I get to the professional level. That's it.
Well, yeah, that's all. Everybody there wants to play for the pros, so you're not standing out by wanting to be a professional.
Yeah. I don't care. I mean, it doesn't matter. It goes for YouTubers. There could be a YouTuber saying, oh, why is he getting more money? It applies to every single thing in life. If you're not out there, obviously it's something that you're doing wrong. It's on you to go out there and make those relationships.
Yeah, but hang on. But if that YouTuber helped contributed to somebody else getting millions of views, they should get a kickback.
Yeah, I'm sure a videographer or whoever it is helping them get that point. All I'm saying is it's on you as an individual to go out there and make those relationships, build a brand for yourself.
I agree. I guess.
All right. And now, Northwestern Tech. If you want to be rich, this is what you got to do, is go to Northwestern Tech because it is only a 10.5-month hands-on HVAC program. It's the HVAC school that works. So visit northwesterntech.edu, and you might have yourself a new career right now.
Welcome to the Call Sam Chopper Shop, where you can win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time.
Watch as the Bad Pig Custom Team turns this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
And when it's finished, we'll be donating the bike to Volunteers of America Michigan to raffle off in support of our vets.
A great cause to give back to those who've given so much.
Watch for Call Sam Chopper Shop episodes on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And I love it. We just come back, and there's a dog on the stage.
Where did Corey go?
Where did Corey go? He decided you're making more money than him on the side, so he's quitting the show.
That's okay. That's okay. That's on Corey to make a name.
He needs some kickbacks.
He needs some kickbacks. So every Wednesday we bring on the people from Detroit Dog Rescue. It's something that's very important to the network and to this show. They do such great work in the Detroit community, going in to situations that you and I would never even dare go in, saving animals, protecting them. And not only that, once they get them in their custody, they give them great foster homes. They take care of them. And this is a no-kill shelter. So every dog that they bring in, they find a home. And why don't you introduce yourself and who you got with you today?
I'm Bridget. I'm the operations manager at Detroit Dog Rescue. Today I have Rick with me. He's a 12-week-old Beagle puppy mix who's looking for his home.
A Beagle puppy mix?
Yeah.
Can I hold him?
Of course you can.
Come here, Rick.
He's heavy.
He is heavy. Oh, he's a stocky little guy. He's a stocky little guy.
What up, Big Rick?
So tell us Rick's story. Where'd you get him from?
Rick was a transfer to us from down south. We work with Bissell to help the super high kill shelters down there. We got him and his 6 siblings, I believe.
Aww.
They were super shut down when they came to us, but he's been in a foster home and he's been working on his confidence.
What we love the most is we've seen so many dogs. Obviously, you guys bring them in every single week, and Corey's got one, Stick's got one, Mike's got one. Like, a lot of people here have just been adopting dogs from Detroit Dog Rescue, and there's not been a single dog that was not so perfectly well trained. And it's what you guys do. From the moment you rescue them, you take them under your wings and just give them the best life ever.
Thank
and that's
you.
what this dog is going to get.
That he is.
Do you foster dogs yourself?
I do, but I have attachment issues. So.
Yeah. Honestly, I couldn't imagine like having these guys for a couple months and then having to give them up.
It's
like,
hard. Even for a couple days, you get attached.
Yeah, even in 10 minutes, I'm attached to them.
I don't need another dog, I don't need another kid, but I need another dog. That dog is beautiful.
We can make that happen.
Oh,
it is. It's just a beautiful dog right here.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Look how well
He's a good boy.
So he's from the South, you said?
Yeah, Tennessee, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
Uncle Tennessee pup.
Come to Uncle
You
Joey.
want
Come on.
Uncle Joey. So the best way to help out Detroit Dog Rescue, like even if you don't need a dog at this very moment, if you do, obviously recommend Detroit Dog Rescue to the person that needs a dog or any of your friends like that. But if you just feel like helping, make sure you go to DetroitDogRescue.com, and $5 will feed this dog for an entire week. Like, that's what's crazy, how much they stretch their money with the donations. And then on top of that, you can have other types of donations like paper towels, dog toys, collars, bleach, all types of stuff that they need to keep the whole organization going because, like I said, you guys do such great work. And I could not imagine going into the places you guys go in. And like you said, you have attachment issues.
Yep.
You see these puppies, you see these animals mistreated, and it has to break your heart, but then you also get fully rewarded on the back end, right?
Yep. Yeah, you get to see the good outcomes.
Yeah.
It's worth it. That's all I know.
He's sleepy, man.
This is one that you got to adopt. You're watching right now. You're thinking, oh, I need a little something, something. COVID had me a little lonely.
look at his paws. Look at his paws.
Something, something.
Yeah, Joey, that's your dog, man. You're getting a new house. You need a dog.
Man, I got too many changes in life right now. Let me do one thing at a time.
Yeah, you're getting married. You got a house. Now you're getting a dog.
Yup. Now I'm getting a doggy.
There you go.
He's a cute dog. What kind is he again? A beagle?
Yeah, some type of like beagle hound mix.
You a beagle hound mix?
That's the best part is you don't even fully know. Like with
No.
Woody, your dog, we have no clue what he is.
No.
We see Pitt, we see Porgy.
Yeah, Pitbull, Corgi,
Corgi, my bad.
Dachshund,
Porgy.
Porgy.
That's good.
That's actually what we should just call him. He's a porgy. He's a porgy. So once again, make sure you go to DetroitDogRescue.com today. Check out all the dogs that they have up because it's really cool. On their website, they build profiles for each one of these dogs, so you can get to know them before you go and check them out and see them and pick out your favorite. And also, it gives you a nice feeling that these people are working their ass off, not only here in Detroit but around the country, to make sure that mistreated animals have a good place to be. And I think he's gonna hang out the rest of the show, Joey.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
That's fine.
So thank you for coming on today.
Thank you.
And every Wednesday with Detroit Dog Rescue. One thing I talked to Ashley about, I want to start getting pictures of these guys and like following up with their stories.
Okay.
Because we know that they get adopted, and I just want to see where they're at. And Ashley said some people send her pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, Pam, the one dog with the crazy eyes.
Oh, you know Pam for sure. Strolling down Birmingham on Woodward.
Yeah. Like,
oh, man.
We want to know what happened to Pam. They can't just be on and gone. I grow emotionally attached to these little guys.
Fair enough. We can make that happen.
Oh, awesome. So go to DetroitDogRescue.com right now, and you can help out a great cause. And if you need a dog, make sure you get one from there because, like I said, they train these dogs so well. When I adopted Woody from there, I brought him home. Sometimes I'm here 12, 13, 14-hour days. I can leave him in the house, and he's fantastic. So they really do a great job training their dogs. Make sure you go to DetroitDogRescue.com. And coming up next, we got Fish Facts right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
Is it time?
Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go fish. Fish facts.
It's fish!
All right, Mr. Fish, you are back this week, and I'm so glad we've been having some fun. It's Wednesday, Fish. It's almost a weekend.
Yeah, where's our countdown? You haven't done a countdown for us once this entire week, Fish.
Okay, 3 days of the weekend. There's your
There we
countdown.
go.
Thank you.
All right, what are your facts for today, buddy?
We start off with a video normally, but today it's a picture.
Ooh.
Making news overnight. That 2032 Summer Olympics will be held in Brisbane, Australia. They were elected this morning to host the Olympics in 2032. 80 voting cards were distributed, 77 valid votes, 3 absentee or blank votes, 39 with the majority, 72 voted yes in favor of the Brisbane Olympics, 5 voted no in favor of the Olympic Games. So it begs the question, is the Olympics dying? Because they only had one host city, and that was the only host that they had.
I don't know. I saw just a Twitter or tweet the other day. It was like the what the fuck memes and stuff like that, or what the fuck facts. And it said Detroit has been turned down for the Olympics more than any other city in the world.
Yeah, it'll still probably take some time for it to come here. I mean, realistically, though, think about Detroit. Where could we host that much?
I don't care.
I know. Figure it out.
Figure it out. Just,
Belle Isle, I mean, yeah.
The Final Four, we were not ready for the Final Four. We did it. The Super Bowl, damn, Detroit was desolate. Like, they were opening up abandoned buildings to throw up folding chairs.
We'll repaint, but just for that weekend. Then we're going back to shit.
Right. Literally.
Unbelievable.
I mean, you could...
We got the facilities now, I think.
Yeah.
You know, Ford Field, Comerica Park. You have LCA right there. Obviously, Cobo you could still use for some things. Or
if you didn't have it in Detroit, the only other place I could really see you having it would probably be Ann Arbor.
Screw that. Screw the Olympics. I want the X Games in Detroit. It'd be way more fun.
They did the Winter X Games here that one year, didn't they? That was fun.
Where, like Mount Brighton or something?
No, they did it like right out in front of Comerica Park. They brought in snow and all that.
Did I just make up my own mountain?
No, I think Mount Brighton is a thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Ask your snowboarding buddy, Veter. Vetter, sorry.
All right, what else you got, Fishy?
We go to the facts, and obviously yesterday was NBA Finals. Congratulations to Corey Woods. Giannis took 17 of 19 on free throws last night, the highest mark of his playoff career, minimum for 15 3-throw attempts, third highest overall in his career.
Like, what a comeback. You talk about the way this guy's been shooting, 50-ish% from free throws in the playoffs this season, to shoot 17 of 19 yesterday. Like, I looked at him every time and I was like, don't get Giannis on the free throw line. He's too good.
Yeah.
And even Jeff, and you know what? think Jeff Van Gundy was watching our show because he brought up about how Giannis was not that bad of a free throw shooter up until recently. He's like, well, I wonder what happened. Jeff, where did you hear that from? Because I brought that up like Giannis was shooting hovering around the 70% range, and then all of a sudden just dropped off out of nowhere.
He looked damn good last night, man. What's up, Fish? Go ahead. Oh, you're showing Jeff's crotch?
Yeah, no, I was showing him. You guys are dirty.
No, literally your hand was pointing right at his crotch. What do you mean I'm dirty?
It was meant because I did that and it covered his face.
So I mean, you covered his face, so we had all crotch in the top of his hair. That was like a flick for some people.
We saw what we had to see.
Yeah, we.
Well, you interpret how you interpret it, and I interpret how I interpret it.
All right.
Dirty-minded people. Speaking of Charles Barkley, what you guys talked about at the start of the show, he ended with 6 correct guarantees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in his entire career.
Record. One of the greatest and improbable streaks in NBA history happened. He guessed correctly Bucks Hawks game 2, game 3, game 4, game 5, game 6, and the Bucks winning the NBA Finals.
Wow. Good for Barkley, man, because it did not start out well for him.
It did not, and he looked very good. Speaking of a team looking good, the Suns. Suns in 4 losses in a row. Devin Booker, however, did not look bad. He got 27.3 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game, 45, 32, 91 shooting, 4 40-point games, and back-to-back 40 points in finals.
Hey, Fish, you said keep your head up, Book, so would you like to send a personal message to Devin Booker right now?
Yeah, I just want to say he's a really good player. I like watching him. Suns got robbed, by the way, last year, 8-0 in the bubble. They should have gone to the playoffs, so they deserved it this year. I like you, Devin Booker. Grand Rapids. Go Grand Rapids. And Jeff's excited.
Devin Booker will be back. He just has to, get rid of the Kardashian. He'll be good. That Kardashian curse, man. Only person, like my friends, the only person that survived is Travis Scott.
And to stick, you better hope super teams, they'll be back. Sorry to burst your bubble there, but super teams will be back.
We'll see, Fish.
Because technically the Warriors was a super team.
Technically they were.
Yeah. And the Cavs and the Heat. They won a lot of NBA Finals. The Spurs, you can technically say they're a super team.
I wouldn't
Raptors
say the Spurs
were
a super team.
No?
No.
Okay.
Because they assembled that team through the draft.
See, they were talented enough to compare to a super team.
Right.
But it's not like a super team. Like we have to bring all these weapons and keep the league kind of.
Chris Bosh leaving Toronto and LeBron leaving Cleveland to go to Miami to join Dwayne Wade, who's already won a championship.
And that's why I hate when people talk about with the Warriors. They say, well, the Warriors were a super team. No, the Warriors were drafted. Well, what about Kevin Durant? Well, okay, excuse me. If I can upgrade Harrison Barnes to Kevin Durant, why wouldn't I do that?
Well, that's why I say technically a super team, because people call them a super team, but if you actually look at them, they're not really a super team.
Well, hopefully the new era is in now, where you have one major superstar, some balance around the league, and we get better performances through all the rounds.
I wouldn't get your hopes up.
My hopes
I
are
would
up.
get your hopes up, however, on the 21st of July, Wednesday. That's what I get your hopes up on. 1884 was the first Test cricket match in England, London. So, shout out to the cricket lovers.
You all right, Art?
I'm good. Shout out to all 2 of you cricket lovers out there.
Stick.
Yes.
You were at the Tigers game yesterday.
I was for a brief
Were you
moment.
at the Tigers game in 1945 when they played a 24-inning tie 1-1?
I was not there. No.
By the way, do you stay? Have you gone to games where they're like 16, 15 innings? Do you stay for the whole?
I've never been, but no, if I'm there, I stay to the end of the game, period. Because
Unless
it's
you were
raining.
there, you didn't even see one play yesterday.
Because the rain delay. What
You
was
want
wait
to watch
2
it.
hours?
Rain delays
you
a pass.
You gotta fully commit.
Yeah, no,
wanted to watch-
I drove down there.
How
That's
dare
enough
you?
commitment.
You left Adam in the church group all alone.
By the way, speaking of Adam, did your friend stay? Did you stay?
Yes, they stayed. I think I don't know what their story was afterwards, but yeah, I was the first to leave.
Corey Woods with a boxing fight. 1989, Mike Tyson defeated Carl Williams 133 in the heavyweight boxing title.
Nice.
How many? What round?
It doesn't say, so I assume first round.
Early Tyson fights, first round.
And if you watch Hook from 3 to 5, I'm sure Maz will have video of that. This is not it's not 3 to 5, so we do not have video of that.
One of my favorite things about Mike Tyson is like ESPN will sometimes replay his first early fights, and you could literally get through his first 15 fights in like 7 minutes.
No, really, that was crazy. It's just like, think of the intimidation factor you are. You're walking in there and the other guy is over there just crapping his pants, and
Like, it's just
See,
Tyson,
what was
like
that
a
dude against?
shark, man. The
But
guy
we're
was
screwed now because all I can remember is his last fight, which felt like 17 hours.
Oh God, yeah. I didn't even watch that because I did not want
That's
that
not
memory.
even that's not a Tyson fight. That was just
exhibition.
That was just Mike Tyson in the ring.
That was Mike
Speaking of
making some
fights,
moves.
Art, do you want to give us from Art of Combat? Watch this podcast. It's incredible stuff. You want to give us news that broke on Monday?
Adam just
Sad
texted
news
me.
on Monday?
They left at 9 p.m. as much of the other group
Did they really?
Yep. So see, they didn't even stay for the
Man,
game.
all of you got to believe in Jesus. I knew he was clearing up that weather.
Hey, what are you doing?
You want to give us fight news to Arthur the Great?
No, we have to do Joey's dumbass of the day.
Okay, cool. We have one birthday. CC Sabathia. It is his birthday, so happy birthday to him. 1980. Yankee Weight Watchers. Well, he wasn't a Weight Watcher, but I called him that because he was fat and the only fat pitcher there was. So anyways, happy birthday to CC Sabathia. And Logan Paul is rumored to fight Anderson Silva.
Oh.
So,
In a boxing match.
Yep, in Dubai.
Yeah.
United Arab
damn.
Emirates.
Okay,
Oh, by the way,
you know
Anything
what?
goes in Dubai.
You know what? I'm not gonna say Logan Paul has a chance, but he's smart for making it a boxing match. Because
Logan Paul has a chance.
because
These
if you
Paul bros know how to box,
It's
man.
just boxing. It's not MMA.
yeah, but if it's boxing, yeah, because the boxing only okay, yeah, because if it would have been MMA, I'd have been like, damn, they might have to.
Oh, they would die.
They might have to
Here,
get the.
I'll say this-
they might have to bring the body bag out that night.
Yep.
Anderson Silva is like 1-7 since being off of steroids and losing his leg to Chris Weidman. He's going to get destroyed.
This is why we need to have the all-steroid league.
Now I'm down.
Hey,
I'm
before we
I'm
get the
fighting for
dumbass,
it.
before we get the dumbass today, can I break the rumor? Dubai is not a country; it's a city.
Right.
All these assholes are like, "Oh, let's go to Dubai. It's a country. It's a city, you
It
dumbass."
is a beautiful country, though.
United Arab Emirates is the country where Dubai is in.
Yes.
Fish does not
And
like
Paris is the same
international
thing, too.
disrespect.
People say Paris as a country. It's a city.
Fish needs to be the
Dum-dums.
Fish needs to be our UN ambassador. He hates disrespect for other nations.
Yeah, for real.
We need to start
because
Woodward International with Fish.
We do the same thing when people call, I don't know, like LA a state or LA a state. It's a city in California.
Yep.
So
Nailed it.
We can't pay them back when other. I mean, we're.
Thank you,
All right, let's do dumbass
Let's
of the day. Let's
go
go.
to the facts.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he was on the field.
He crosses too many timeouts. It's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
All right, Joey, what we got for the dumbass today?
Man, when's the last concert you've been to?
Jeez, I can't even remember, honestly.
I was trying to think it too. When's the last time you've been to a drive-thru at Wendy's?
What?
When's the last time you've been to both? Because they were turning up at the drive-thru at Wendy's. Just watch it.
This is our Wendy's. No one else's Wendy's. This is ours.
Amazing.
I always like to look at the other side of the coin. If I'm waiting to place my Wendy's order and those assholes are standing in the drive-thru where I can't, I'm going to be so upset, but that was amazing.
In Detroit, he would have got shot in the ass by now. I'm just-
So it's amazing right there. Great concert performance at Wendy's.
This is our Wendy's!
Dude, I can see everybody just having Frosties chilling out watching.
That'd be so amazing.
Rest in peace, Dave Thomas.
Where did you find that, Joey?
Jeff.
right.
Where is
Jeff.
that? Do you know where? Do we know what Wendy's that is?
I don't know any information on it. It was a viral video that was just being shared around everywhere.
Okay.
It's like the Denny's metal video. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
Okay.
I like when rock bands play all their songs on kid instruments. Have you
Yeah.
seen that? Like they have the Red Hot Chili Peppers playing on like the baby drums.
Mike
and the
Portnoy
mini
doing
guitar.
drums on a Hello Kitty drum.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you guys for waking up with the Morning Woodward Show today and every day right here on the Woodward Sports Network. We'll be back on tomorrow at 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. Don't forget, Bell is up next, and I'll be filling in for Sean until we have the official announcement of what that show is going to look like.
Coming soon.
But I guarantee you're going to love it. And then we have the hook from 3 to 5. Plus, you have 2 more chances today to watch and listen to get into our qualification for that $25K Kick for Crypto contest going on Friday at Imagine Theaters in Novi. Corey, you got something else you want to add to it? All right. Let's have a great day. Enjoy your Wednesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.